All right, everybody. All right. We're going to go ahead and get into our pregame info. NFC Divisional Playoffs, New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles. Giants matchup predictor, 19.6%, 80.4% for the Eagles. As far as your passing leaders, Daniel Jones, 3,205 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Jalen Hurts, 3,701 yards, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. On the rushing side, Saquon Barkley, 1,312 yards, 10 touchdowns. Saunders coming through with 1,269 yards, 11 touchdowns. As far as receiving, Darius Slayton, 724 yards, 2 touchdowns. A.J. Brown, 1,496 yards, 11 touchdowns. As far as the spread, Eagles are favored by 8, minus 420 on the money line. Over and under is 48. And plus 320 on the money line for the Giants. And that is your pre-game info, guys, as we prepare here for these NFC Divisional Playoffs. Chiefs on their way to the AFC Championship. We will know who they play tomorrow. But for right now, we got another game coming up here momentarily. What's up, JJ? What's up, Fred? How you guys doing? Ghost, you had the Giants. I had the Giants and the prediction. Shout out to you guys. We got 1,000 viewers, 124 likes. Next goal is going to be 500, guys. So make sure you're smashing that like, that thumbs up. We need 375. 375 to get to that 500 mark. Let's make it happen. Thanks for the support, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. Rocking with us for this NFC Divisional Playoffs. Giants and Eagles coming up next. Shout out to Aussie Chicken. Fascinating material. What it do? Shout out to Houston. Chris, I did not. Mark, I've got the Giants. Shout out to Jenny J.
Best team in the NFL. NFL, but it's been a bit since they've been that team. You got to go back to before Jalen Hurts injured his shoulder in mid-December to find out.
Nate, I've got the Giants.
Dominant. You come into tonight, a couple questions. How healthy is Hurts, and can the Eagles recapture that dominant form?
Yeah, we've been told there's no limitations on Jalen Hurts, but we also know he's not 100%. So what's the impact on the game? I think he's going to be fine throwing the football. The big question for me is the quarterback run. That's what sets this offense apart for the Philadelphia Eagles. And let's remember about situational football in the playoffs. This offense is not the same on third down and in the red zone without that quarterback run with Jalen Hurts.
What's up, hello world?
They were back to week 14. The Giants got crushed by these Eagles, and it was like, forget about those guys. They're not very good. Well, things have clicked. They go to the playoffs. They win.
Does Shannon Sharp go too far with his love for LeBron?
And they think they're a much different group than the Eagles.
I mean, he's a fan of the man, you know.
Teams talk about playing their best football going into the playoffs.
Listen, I have no like say in what people feel and who they fanboy over. You know, if a grown man wants to fanboy over somebody else, that's on them. You know, I look at everybody the same, so like a level playing field. I don't care if you're a billionaire or you work at McDonald's. You know, I look at everybody the same. What's up, Astro? Shout out to Richard coming through with a $20 super chat. So still happy for the Jags season. One to remember, next season is looking bright. Disregard the bandwagon fans with the most to say. See y'all next year. Shout out to you, Richard. Much love, man. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the $20 super chat. And I got to get Ric Flair out here for you. Much love, man. Thanks for the support. Silverado, what's going on, man? Deanna, it's a family-friendly chat. No profanity.
Still happy for the Jags season, one to remember.
Shout out to you, though.
Next season is looking bright. Disregard the bandwagon fans with the most to say low. See you all next year.
Shout out to my man Richard Bueller. Not sold on KC. I'm just going to be real with you. If Kansas City plays the same way they played tonight against the Bengals or the Bills, it's Dunsky. They're dead in the water. And you'd have to be a fool if you don't agree with that, because you got to put up 30 points on those Bills. You got to put up 30 points on those Bills. And you need to at least put up 30 against the Bengals too. So there you go. There you go. Shout out to you, Astro. Logan going for the Giants. Chris, I'm not sure. Not sure. I got to look at the records. Dak owns Jalen. I've got the Giants. Hurts ain't proved nothing yet. There you go. Ed Ryan, typical Bills delusion. Last time the Chiefs only lost by 3 to both of them. All the Chiefs got to do is not sell. Mahomes sold against the Bills, and our kicker sold against the Bengals. Ed Ryan, are you making excuses for the fact of why they lost? We don't do that here. A loss is a loss. Doesn't matter why you lost. You lost. And they're going to lose if they play against the Bills or the Bengals. It's that simple. Shout out to you, Mark. Much love, man. What's up, Ronald? Grace is in the building. What's up, Grace? How you been doing? Bills made excuses when they failed to Mahomes last season. I mean, I don't know who you talked to or where you heard your excuses from, but you ain't heard no excuses from me. I don't make excuses. I look at the facts. I look at what happened. We talk about it. We move on. I don't make excuses. I'm not making excuses. I'm saying how we lost. If we play like today, we'll clear both teams. You're not clearing the Bills with 27 points, Ed Ryan. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, yo. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. And you definitely not beating the 49ers. Go look at what their defense is allowing. So you might as well lose to a real contender and let the Bills go handle business. All right, here we go, guys. Giants will be kicking it off as the Eagles will get the ball.
The Giants have won 6
first.
consecutive games when facing a 1 seed in the postseason back to 1990. They'll try to do it again, this time against their longtime rival. Off we go from Philadelphia.
All right, here we go. Kick is off. It's going to be a touchback. Philly will take over at their 25, 1st and 10, as we are underway.
You go back to midway through last year when they turned it on. He's won 19 of his last 21 starts. They led him to the playoffs last
Shout out to your dad, Priscilla. Shout out to your dad. All right, here we go.
Put a ton of hard work in the offseason to become that better passer that you talked about, Joe. But the big difference.
Thanks a lot, Astro. Much love.
His ability to run, extend plays, and this offense.
All right, 1st and 10 for Jalen Hurts and company.
Does that become involved in the game plan this evening?
Cam told you during the pregame show, you said he's not close to 100%. Bottom line, though, he said, I've got to be ready.
Takes a snap. First play is going to be a handoff. Miles gets about 2 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 8. We'll see what this Giants defense can do. JJ Smoke, will do. We'll do. I'll send it over after the game's over.
It's something that he actually thought about having surgery, but he wants to be a part of this team to go on this playoff push. So you know it's something substantial there. We'll keep an eye on him, see how the Giants make him.
All right, here we go.
2nd
and 8.
Over there right now.
Thibodeau has really grown here in his rookie season. 2nd down and 8.
Snap is off. Play action. Has time. Throws deep. This will be caught. That's Smith for 40 yards. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 33.
He gets Julian Love flat-footed at the safety position. Watch him run up on number 20. He's in his back pedal. He doesn't get out of his break clean, and there's the separation by Devontae Smith for the big catch.
And you're talking about the shoulder, what's he going to look like? He's been okay throwing the ball. That's not been as much of a concern as Hurts.
1st and 10.
Good sign nonetheless. Perfect first throw from Hurts.
Play action. Quick throw. That's going to be to Goddard. Nice stiff arm. as he pushes for 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1.
He's got his first catch of this one. Stopped by Davis and McKinney. And the Giants
Game is in Philly, Father Time. They are in Philly.
Completely different than the team the Eagles put up 48 against Week 14. They've got all these guys back when they didn't have them then.
Yeah, this is a starting 11 that the Philadelphia Eagles offense never faced.
Yeah, Logan, I predicted the Giants.
Having Leonard Williams in there next to Dexter
2nd and 1.
is going to be a key thing going against that Eagles offensive line.
Quick throw. That's going to be a nice stop for the Giants defense as they wrap up Devontae Smith. Loss of 2 yards on the play. 3rd and 3.
How about this for a soft return, Daryl? Why don't you go cover Justin Jefferson, and he shut him down.
Had a heck of an afternoon last week, and that's going to be the challenge for this group this week. They go against the best wide receiver in the NFL in Justin Jefferson last week. Wink Martindale says now we've got to go against, in his opinion, the best duo of wide receivers with the Philadelphia Eagles.
The first 1,000-yard duo in franchise history between Brown
3rd and 3.
and Smith. First 3rd down for the Eagles. Hurts
Takes the snap, throws on a slant. That's going to be caught. And that'll be a first down. 1st and 10, 5 yards on the catch by Brown.
Brown has had with the Eagles. Got him in a draft day trade, and he's helped transform this offense.
Shout out to Brian Woomer for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel.
You can see a Dory Jackson drive on the ball. It's a good play to minimize the run after catch, but a lot of space right there for an easy catch for A.J. Brown.
Into the red zone they go, and the biggest issue when they faced the Giants in Week 18 was they
1st and
just
10.
couldn't finish drives. They've been the #1 red zone team in the NFL. They went 1 for 5 Week 18.
2 seconds on the play clock. Snap is off. Hurts is going to keep it. Tries to make a play out of it. Goes down, loses a yard. 2nd and 11.
Some good signs here on this opening drive. We saw a zone replay that we didn't really see in Week 18. Here's another opportunity on the zone read, and he's going to run. He's going to pull and run. And now this is just being smart. I don't think this has anything to do with the injury. You've got 4 New York Giant defenders around you. Hey, I'm going to get down. We're going to get back in the huddle. We're going to call another play.
Healthy or not, that's called survival.
Thanks a lot, William. Much love, man.
2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. Hurts looking. He's going to keep. He runs. Gets 5 yards on the scramble. 3rd and 5.
And 3rd down coming up.
Just an amazing difference when Lane Johnson is in the lineup and what he does. I mean, he is an absolute shutdown tackle on the outside. We talk about shutdown corners. He's becoming a shutdown tackle, and you can see him reaching right there. That's
shout out to
the
Jenny
concern.
J.
I mean, the injury is still there. He's got to anchor and provide resistance to somebody that's coming at him full speed and driving him backwards. So
3rd and 5.
That injury hold up this evening.
3rd down and 5. Hurts will look to
Hurts.
throw.
Pass to Goddard. He's open. Spins. Gets the touchdown. And Philadelphia strikes first. And there it is. 16 yards to Goddard. Extra point up and good. Score is 7-0. Philly.
To cover the tight end, great catch by Dallas Goedert. Never breaks stride. He shook Xavier McKinney with the outbreak. You can see right there, he stumbles to the ground, but that is an excellent catch and run by Dallas Goedert.
Caps off a 5 for 5 opening drive for Jalen Hurts. Jake Elliott's extra point. And it is 7-0 Eagles, just like that.
All right. 10 minutes, 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Goddard gets the 16-yard touchdown. Score is 7-0. Philly is up. Next up, Daniel Jones and company. Timeout commercial break. Shout out to Creativity Inspires the Youth. Thanks a lot for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Cirque says, I'll watch your post of Bills losing after work tomorrow. No, you should be here at like 11. Be here at 11 a.m. I got a special guest coming on the channel. We're going to have some fun at 11 a.m. pregame show. Be here in the morning. Don't wait until we win to not show up. Be here in the morning for the game. That way you can watch the win happen. And you can eat those words. Like those stale Cheerios you eat in the morning. What's up, Jenny? Oh, boy.
To be called. Great job by Zach Pascal to help Dallas Goedert get that touchdown.
That offense sure looked like the offense you saw for a lot of the year from the Eagles, didn't it?
Unbelievable when they get into that rhythm, and it's just
shout out
so
to Russell, yo.
down the field.
All right, guys.
And we had that game in Week 14.
Giants get the ball, and we'll see what Dable has cooked up.
This team, you know, if you're going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, they may have to help you.
Giants set to get it for the first time.
They're going to bring it out from the end zone, and we'll get to the 24. It'll be 1st and 10.
Daniel Jones all figured out. Here he comes, and what was again going to be his last chance to prove himself. He has a career year, and he goes out in his playoff debut last week, moves over 300 yards passing and a couple touchdowns, and he ran for 78 in what is probably the best single game of his career.
And it's not just what he's doing from a statistical standpoint.
All right, here we go for these Giants.
The biggest thing,
let's see what they can do.
In the turnovers for Daniel Jones. The other thing is him becoming that
1st and 10.
And I can't wait to see when it happens early in this game tonight, when he tries to run somebody over from Philadelphia, because that really gets a charge out of this.
First play is going to be a handoff to Barkley. He'll get 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 6.
So this offense really has hit its stride in the first year under Brian Dable and Mike Kafka.
You hear a lot of people talk about the process.
Shout out to V-Note the most once said for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel.
Playing well together down the stretch. The wide receiver position in flux all season long. Really solidified with some consistency the last 8 weeks.
Refs blow on the flag.
They scored 38 against Indianapolis week 17.
On the 2nd and 6.
31 against Minnesota in the wild card round.
This is an administrative stoppage. The chain broke on the line to gain equipment.
Administrative stoppage because the chain broke. Are you kidding me? Why would the game have to stop because of that?
Thanks and Cleat a Christmas card for that stoppage, but obviously there's an issue with the chains. They have to correct that and then start play.
How about this crew? This is not
come on, yo.
Blakeman's crew.
Yeah, this is once.
Yeah, get your bets in now while you got all this extra time, refs. Go ahead, call them in. Get Vegas on the phone. The chain broke. We need to delay the game. Are you kidding?
A couple of people he worked with during the year, but not everyone.
All right, so maybe you didn't actually slip him the 20. The chains are literally broken. And we're going to take a break.
Are you a commercial break? Yo, I'm done. I am so done right now. This is so ridiculous. The chain broke. We have to have a delay of the game because the chains broke. What? Yo, I can't do it. Oh, I can't. This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. Wow. Wow. This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh. Archway Films says, well, don't be an idiot about it. It's the tool of measurement. Archway, I'm gonna say that exactly how you said it. Well, don't be an idiot about it. It's the tool of measurement. Yo, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Yo, oh, I can't deal. You guys are hilarious, man. We need the chains, guys. Don't be an idiot about it. Let them fix it. Just take off the whole quarter to fix the chains. They need it to measure. Shout out to the refs. Shout out to the refs for not calling one roughing the passer call in the Jaguars game. Shout out to the refs, yo. Should have known it was going to be a long night then. So you mean to tell me that the NFL doesn't have an extra set of chains around where they can just swap things out? They have to fix the actual chain? They don't have duplicates of anything laying around? Is that what you're saying to me? They have one chain on the field, and they have to fix it. The NFL, billions of dollars.
Daniel Jones looks to throw for the first time, and he's got Saquon Barkley, who's heavily involved.
Barkley's going to get 2 yards on the play to be 3rd and 4.
Part of this Eagles defense that is flat out loaded.
Unbelievable. You talk about Russian coverage on a defense. 70 sacks. The #1 pass defense in the NFL, and that's going to be the challenge for the Giants going up against this defense. They are so much better than Minnesota statistically, and getting pressure on the quarterback. How does this offense for the Giants function against Jonathan Gannon's group?
3rd and 4. Jones throws. That's going to be caught on a slant as James gets 12 yards on the play. 1st and 10.
So that's kind of the whole question over this thing, right? I mean, they scored 38 points against Indy. They scored 31 against the Vikings. But this is a different animal they're facing tonight. Can they do it again against Philly?
That is going to be the challenge for them tonight. And really, I think it all starts up front. They did a nice job against Minnesota, giving a clean pocket. You can see how quick the ball is coming out from Daniel Jones. But the line did a nice job with protection. Can they hold up tonight?
Takes a shot here.
Jones throws to the middle. That's caught by Cager for 16 yards. 1st and 10 as they get to the Eagles 42. Daniel's chomping through this Eagles defense right now. I like it.
Has that big scoring drive, and the Giants come out. Daniel Jones and crew answer right back, and this is a really nice drive going right here. That was good protection.
11 a.m. Eastern Standard tomorrow. So wherever you're at in regards to that. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. That's the pregame show. Barkley's going to run for 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
This is a guy early on who they rode almost into the ground. I mean, they're 7-2, so you couldn't hate him for it. He was carrying it 22 times a game. Maybe took its toll on him. Dealt with some injuries midway through the year. But right now, Moose, you're seeing a Barkley who is fresh, and he's benefiting from everybody else around.
Yeah, Sheila, they had so many opportunities to win that game. The Jaguars could have definitely won. Too many mistakes, too many issues. They cost themselves the game. 2nd and 5. Hand off to Barkley. He'll run up the middle. He'll get 2 yards on the play. 3rd and 3. Yeah, that game was really the Jaguars to win or lose, and they chose to lose.
We talk
So
about, a team like Philadelphia that has that front. with 70 sacks, so you know they're good pass rushers. But you watch them on film, you watch them tonight, and watch how good they are against the run. Watch how much they hustle. Josh Sweat up the field trying to get to the quarterback, retraces back to help down that
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. Barkley swings out.
Jones gets tripped up. He goes down, loses 5 yards. That'll lead to 4th and 8.
15 more sacks than any other in the NFL gets its first one tonight.
It's a good job by Daniel Jones. He's about to go out. Watch Andrew Thomas, 78, start to come in. That's where he gets tripped. He goes to run. I think he's going to have an opportunity to get out and press it for that first down marker, but stumbles over the left tackle.
Just like tripped over his own feet. Oh, he tripped over his offensive lineman's feet. So they're going to go for it here on 4th and 8. Takes a snap. He's got time. No, he does not. He goes down. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass, turnover on downs.
Shout out to you, Joe.
Now you're going to look and see if you've got a receiver in the area. This could be intentional grounding on top
This
of
is kind of ridiculous.
So the Eagles
just take the sack, Jones. Just like you just threw it over there and nobody was over there. So good job. You'll get hit with intentional grounding, and that'll be more better field position for the Eagles. So this is an interesting start to the game. 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Score is 7-0. Eagles will be getting the ball back. Commercial break. Officially off the chain. Remember when people started saying that? Whatever happened to like that person who started saying off the chain? Who started it? Oh. Two Chains? Nah, I think that was started before 2 Chains. To be honest. My whole school supports the Giants. I live in Jersey. Shout out to you. What's up, Nomad? Nick, I've got the Niners. Has Dave Chappelle passed Richard Pryor as the GOAT of comedy? Yes. Yes. I would stand firm on that. Ends here. Very cynical, but you might be right. You might be right. I don't think it was said in that context of what I'm talking about. But that was a nice cynical joke. We'll let it go. 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Sanders. He'll get 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6.
We've got to have that defense of the New York Giants that we talked about. That this offense has not faced in the previous 2 regular season meetings because of guys getting in and getting healthy. They've got to come up with a big stop right here. And I think there's confidence. I think that's why Brian Daboll goes for it in that situation. You know, it's a little bit risky, but you trust your defense to come out and not allow Philadelphia to go down the field for points.
Eagles run 8 plays, scored a touchdown on their first drive. They're into Giants territory already here. Both regular season wins over the Giants. They raced out to big leads.
Second and six.
Sanders again, patient running. Trying to drag himself
Sanders
away from Jalen Smith.
gets another 5 yards on the play. Third and 1.
So for Miles Sanders, his first 1,000-yard season. First 1,000-yard year for an Eagles running back since LaShawn McCoy. You got to go back to 2014 to find the last time they had a season like this.
And it's so interesting to hear. We touched on, you know, Jalen Hurts.
Geared Up says, I had a midget for sale. Would you let him go for a short? As Gainwell runs for about 14 yards on the play. First and 10 for the Eagles as they get to the 29.
That's the whole issue with this style of play, right? You bring all your big bodies inside, and that leaves you vulnerable on the edge. Dallas Goedert tipped it a little bit with a little bit of motion right there, but still able to get that edge and secure it.
Not a lot of fun out there for a corner. You got Dallas Goedert bearing down on you. Pancake to Dory Jackson.
All right, first and 10.
29. Hurts underneath as
Wide open. Brown pushes for 12 yards. That'll be another first down.
All kinds of room, and Hurts took what they gave him.
Playing his zone coverage. So you look at there's the space right there, but watch the little exchange of routes. So you're going to do that little in route right there, come back inside, and now you're on Jarrad Davis, the linebacker.
First down from the 17. Hurts pulls it.
Hurts is going to keep it, spins, and he'll get 9 yards on the run. Second and 1.
Well, there's really our first indication that he's feeling better than he felt in Week 18. Yeah, I still don't think, we talked at the top, he's not close to 100%, and you can see right there, I mean, he's so strong in his lower body that during the course of the season, when he's healthy, he's driving those defenders back.
Second and 1.
As a kid who could squat over 600 pounds. Second and 1. Hands it off. Gainwell, first down.
Hands off to Gainwell. First and goal as they get to the 6. These Giants just don't have any answer. Mark, I'm not sure. Let me know.
Yeah, big change up last week against Minnesota in that wild card playoff game where they're really heavy in their zone against Minnesota. Now he's got to be very multiple today. He's got to just be moving around, giving Jalen Hurts a number of different looks so he can't settle in.
First and goal. Looks like Hurts is healthy. This game could get ugly. Sanders gets stopped. It's going to be a loss of 3 yards on the run. Second and goal at the 9. You got to hold him to a field goal here, Giants. What's up, Barry? What's going on with you, man?
They can mean heavy pressure. Just how he wants it.
It's going to be second and goal at the 9.
Talking about their issues in the red zone when they faced the Giants Week 18, as Jalen Hurts wasn't involved in the running game at that point. His ability to run is such a big deal with their success down here.
Quick throw. Smith. Touchdown.
Eagles making it look easy.
Devonta Smith, 9 yards. Easy.
Well, they got Nick McLeod caught in a tough spot.
I'm already regretting my prediction. Already. There is no answer on defense for these Eagles right now.
A.J. Brown's just going to go get his block on the outside with Adoree Jackson, and now he's gone. Devonta Smith is going to beat you to the pylon on that one.
Jalen Hurts 7 for 7, 2 touchdowns.
He's having a perfect game so far at 7-7. Extra point is up. It is good. Score 14-0. And this may end up being a long night for these Giants if they don't figure this out. I hope they didn't use all the juice for the Vikings. Commercial break. Says Jay, wish I could have changed your mind. Well, you know. Y'all know I don't switch sides. Stand on my predictions.
Emotional damage.
Let me go look at these live odds. Giants are plus 800. Plus 800 right now. Shout out to you, Joe. Oh, man. Eric, it's called Lazy Love. So, yes, plus 800 for the Giants. Over-under is 51.5. And that is your live spread. Live money line, 16.5 for the live spread. Nick says, elevator music. I'm sorry I can't play your favorite tune, Bananas in Pajamas. I do apologize as we get back to it.
Brian Dable's offense, and then they can grind out this clock. They can run the football as well as anybody.
That'll be taken from the 7.
Covers and comes ahead with a nice return.
And that's going to be a return to the 32.
It's February. Buckle up. It's one of NASCAR's most thrilling events, returning to the LA Coliseum under the lights. NASCAR's Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum, February 5th, only on Fox, and directed by our Artie Kempner. It's a massive series.
Shout out to Haunted House.
You were on the cusp of this game getting away from you. We just showed
First
you
and 10 for these
early in that game,
Giants.
week 14, and
All right, come on, Daniel. Do something.
That one came with mistakes by the Giants. This one has just been Philadelphia being incredibly efficient and earning those 14 points.
Daniel trips up, stays on his feet. He has time. No flags. He throws deep. That'll be caught. Breida for 19 yards. All right. All right, Daniel. It was nasty, but you made something out of it.
Great job by everybody on the Giants staying alive because there's a little bit of pressure there. Daniel Jones able to extend it. Nice job by Matt Breida coming back for that. You know you're going to take the hit. Fletcher Cox is coming in. Hassan Reddick.
How about Matt Breida, by the way? Doesn't play many snaps, but that's now a big play in both games in this playoff run.
First and 10. Another quick throw. Picked off.
James Bradberry. Cut by the Giants in the offseason.
Bradberry with the interception. And Eagles will take over at the 46. First and 10.
If the ball's coming out fast, you have an opportunity to jump routes when you're able to sit back in his zone coverage with your eyes on the quarterback.
I don't know if Jones. I don't think Jones was ready.
Pretty easy one right
Jones
there.
wasn't ready.
Bradberry, not a great route
This is terrible.
by Darius Slayton.
Absolutely terrible. Throwing into traffic.
And an absolutely disastrous start for Daniel Jones and the Giants. How about James Bradberry, who, you understood budget.
I wonder if Daniel Jones needs to take the chains off.
He's had a great season. He's talked about this being a chance.
This is getting out of hand.
Proving him wrong. He said they didn't believe in me. I know why they did it, but they didn't believe in me. Picks off Daniel Jones. A tee up Hurts in the offense at the 46.
First and 10.
In there at running back. And
Hurts is going to keep. He gets maybe 2 yards on the run. And clock is going to roll. And this will take us down to the end of the first quarter. So, score is 14-0. Eagles have the ball back. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 44 when we come back to start the second quarter. Not looking good for these Giants. Not looking good. What's up, Brian? Oh, man. Shout out to you, Sheila. I'm ready. I'm excited. It's going to be a fun day tomorrow. Like I said, make sure you guys are here for the morning pregame show. We got a special guest coming through. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8 for these Eagles.
First incompletion. What's it like down on that Giant sideline, Christina Pink?
Well, yeah, following that last Eagles touchdown, some tense conversations on the Giants sideline. Xavier McKinney gathering the defense together, telling the guys right now it's about us. He shooed away the boom mics and the cameras. You see Wink Martindale got in there towards the end. They are certainly frustrated, talking to several members of that secondary in warm-ups. They felt like they were ready. Let's see if they respond here.
You're at a 3rd and 8 here.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 8.
With the Giants, usually you always know
what you talking about, Willis?
Look like they will here, and they do, but they're
flag. It's going to be a false start on the Eagles. Pushing back 5 yards. 3rd and 13 coming up.
False start. Offense.
Pencil run.
All the linemen except for the center. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
I never like when they pick out just one guy, and clearly it's all of them. Good work there, Cleve Blakeman. Oh, a spade, a spade. That nets it up 3rd and 13.
He said he heard him intentionally, Spark. It was intentional.
Right, played with the ball. Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 13.
So
Here we go.
For New York, different look. And they rush only 4. So 7 in coverage against Hurts, who's flushed out by Williams.
Hurts on the run. Throw is incomplete. That'll lead to 4th and 13 and a punt coming up.
Pressure there with just a 4-man rush, and they get the stop that they needed.
That's a great sign, and you can see just the difference on that snap prior to that the false start. The Giants are going to bring pressure, bringing a lot of pressure. And then on that one, as you pointed out, Joe, just 4 down linemen. And there's Leonard Williams being able to get through in that situation. That's what you're going to have to be able to do consistently tonight to be able to slow this Eagles offense down, is be able to drop 7 in coverage and still get effective pressure with those 4.
First punt of the game, Brett Kern.
Kick is off. Fair catch at the 9 for the Giants. So they'll take over 1st and 10 at the 9. It'll be 14 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Can they come down and score and do something? Is it possible? Shout out to all the fake Pablo Escobars in the chat. Not realizing this is a family-friendly show. Absolutely ridiculous.
Completion was an interception, which early in his career, it's like, yeah, that's Daniel Jones. But this year, he's been a completely different guy when it comes to taking care of the football. He was tied with Jalen Hurts for the fewest turnovers of any full-time quarterback.
And not just his interceptions, but his protection with the football inside the pocket has really improved as well. And it's one of the things that Brian Daboll is really, really good at, is getting that message across, creating that style where you don't expose the quarterback to those.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10.
Up the opportunity for a turnover.
Drive starts at the 9-yard line. Handed off to Barkley. In fact, it's a pull and a keep from
Jones is going to keep it, gets a yard on the run. 2nd and 9.
So Jones, who was the 6th overall pick in 2019, did some good things his first few years, but whether it was injuries around him, his own injuries, getting sacked more than anybody, just never really blossomed. And then we're talking about the turnovers. Turned it over more than anybody in the NFL his first couple of years. Only 8 of them in the regular season. He leaves the game here after he's tackled by Graham, and so Tyrod Taylor's got to come in.
Tyrod Taylor is in. This game is over. Are you kidding me?
The veteran Taylor, and now a timeout. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, what a shot. The contact was right on his face mask. Get the solution. Trying to get this grass off this thing. You talk about pressure.
Oh, Daniel Jones has to take a timeout so he can put his contact in. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, Jones is back out there now.
Over the middle, Richie James again.
So it's going to be a pass to James. He'll get 5 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 4.
How did the Eagles pull off a trade for Johnson? How did the Saints let this guy go?
I have no idea, because now when you're coming into that nickel situation, he's actually down inside playing that slot position with Avonte Maddox out of the lineup. And you got a guy that can go down and cover in the slot, play the deep half. It just, I have no idea.
I wish, David. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Not yet, at least. 3rd and 4 for the Giants.
3rd down and 4. Eagles bringing pressure. Outside they go to Isaiah Hodgins, who's promptly belted by James Brown.
Big hit. It looks like it'd be a 1st down. We'll see. Unless they mark him short.
4th and 1. You don't consider going for it here, do you?
No. I mean, I thought it was a mistake.
Mary Joe, yeah.
You can't
yeah.
Chasing it.
Oh, he caught it.
Bradberry. Wow, he's doing a
but he is short.
Right now. He's trusting his eyes. You can see him right there playing it, reading back into Daniel Jones, and he's just jumping things.
Dean, what do you think?
So it'll be 4th and 1. They will punt.
Yeah, so the key here is there's no forward progress because he
Life says Tyrod kept us afloat for a couple years. He gave us hope. Tyrod did not give me hope at all. I was aggravated all those years. he was on the squad.
It's the former rugby star, Jamie Gillen.
Punt is off. Fair catch at the 37. 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
So our first couple punts of the game. The Eagles.
All right. So, Eagles up 14-0. 12 minutes and 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Eagles will take over at their 38. 1st and 10 when we come back from the quick commercial break. David, I actually had, I'll tell you this. I actually had a conversation with him. It was very brief. You know how these celebrities are. It was very brief. There's multiple ways that you can get them. Some ways are more expensive than others, but there are ways to get them for a decent price. So I'm going to see what I can do. But yes, I have had that conversation with the Nature Boy himself. Very, very interesting conversation. Very funny. The numbers just got to be right. That's how it goes. The numbers got to be right. You know, your money's got to be right. And, money talks. That's how it is. Money talks in entertainment. But the special guest we have on tomorrow, he's famous in his own right. I'll say that. So, yeah, it's going to be fun tomorrow. It'll be fun. Andrew. You're right, Eric. What's up, Mike? Shout out to you, bro. All right, here we go. It's going to be a handoff to Sanders. Gets plenty of space, still on his feet. And he will get 9 yards on the run, 2nd and 1.
And it's not just what Jalen Hurts does in the quarterback run game. It's also what he does to the defense. I mean, what Miles Sanders now, with his stats when Jalen Hurts is in the lineup, are so different. Great patience right there, going straight down the line. Jack Stoll does a great job, 89. You see Landon Dickerson right there, getting Leonard Williams out of there.
Galen, I wish.
Not in the lineup right now, catching a little bit of a breather on
you
the
guys
side.
are so funny. Big gap, big run, another first down for the Eagles. Wow.
Kelsey,
Another one.
Such a great leverage player. He's a little bit undersized, but you rely on your savvy and your leverage. Watch what he does right here to Justin Ellis. That's a big man. I mean, he just picks him up and gets him on his back.
It's a 5-time All-Pro. Wink Martindale, the D coordinator for the Giants, says this guy should be talked about in the same breath as like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and Patrick Mahomes. One of the greatest centers ever to play the game. There's an injured player. We'll take a break.
There's an injury. So it's going to take us to a quick timeout commercial break for the injury. This is a really weird divisional playoff game. That is for sure. Shout out to Theodore for the $2 super chat. Says, where's your Bills hat?
Where's your Bills hat at, bro?
Man, I'll be in full uniform tomorrow. Don't worry. I got to let the head breathe sometimes, man. You know, you wear your hat too much, you start going bald. Luckily, I still have my hair. I think I'm good for a little while. I don't have anything to worry about. The the lady still loves me, so you know I'm good. Gotta let the hair breathe sometimes, man. You know, but I will be in full attire and uniform tomorrow, ready to go. That is without a doubt. Make sure you guys are here 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss out on the show. So yeah, as we get to this timeout. Wish Marshawn was playing. Marshawn was probably one of the smartest men in football. The man saved all of his money. Didn't spend any of his game checks. And decided to retire on top. Not in the sense of on top because of, you know, you winning a Super Bowl or a championship, but he decided to retire on top with his brain intact, no severe injuries, and millions of dollars. He did it the right way. So shout out to Marshawn for what he did in Buffalo and obviously what he did in Seattle and for the Raiders. So yeah. Stay Low says Jay, wearing hats will make you bald. You can wear a beanie though, and you'll be fine. Yeah, I got them all. Still got to let your head breathe. You know, without a doubt. 11 minutes and 47 seconds left in the second quarter, guys. It'll be 1st and 10 for these Eagles at the 42. We'll see if they can punch it in again and knock the wind out of these Giants.
That's the left guard Landon Dickerson, who walked off under his own power. He'll be replaced by Andre Dillard, who's an experienced player himself. Plugged in at left.
Shout out to Mike the Boss for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. All right, here we go.
They keep it there with Sanders again.
Hand off to Sanders. He'll get 4 yards on the play to be 2nd and 6.
The effect of having Hurts in the running game, and not just what he produces, but how much easier he makes it on everybody else around him.
Forrest Green says, I've worn a hat for more than 50 years every day, and I got a full head of hair. Do you have like that ring around your head, like the band from wearing it every day like that for 50 years? Because I'm pretty sure I would. I'd have like a band like 2 inches wide around my head. It'd be like a thing. What's up, Kevin? What's up, bro? 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, another run. Sanders waited for it to the
Sanders, another big run. 11 yards on the play. Shout out to LA Safari. 1st and 10.
We saw what he did last time with the leverage and Tip and Justin Ellis. Watch 62 this time.
He's got the hat head. That sounds like something I don't want. I don't want the hat head. Sounds like an incurable. It's one of those incurables. Hey, you heard? Jimmy's got the hat head.
Sanders had a career game himself. He had 144 that. The Giants just had no answers on that day.
Oh, 2nd and 8.
Offense is so difficult to defend because you've got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and all these playmakers on the outside. But if you want to pack it in and get physical and run the ball, that's what this offense is capable of doing.
We've seen him go 400 passing yards one week, 300 some rushing yards the next week. 2nd and 8 here.
Another handoff. Wow, what a jump cut. 5 yards for Sanders. It'd be 3rd and 3. Shout out to Terrence. It does, right? It sounds real wild.
At the point of attack, and it's right now.
Like, I don't want that. I don't want the hat head. It sounds like an incurable.
Well-deserved rest here. 6 plays on this drive, and it's been 6 runs for Sanders. Boston Scott comes in for him.
Of course, Hoodie J will be ready. Hoodie J will be ready tomorrow. Ready to go. 3rd and 3. Hurts is going to keep it. He's going to run. He's going to get the first down. And these Giants have no answer. No answer.
This is just really well blocked. Dallas Goedert does a great job on the outside. Devontae Smith.
It'd be kind of like
how the wide receivers play.
You know when like someone goes to like the emergency room and it's like super severe. It's like a bad thing. The doctor comes out
the guy that was in coverage on him.
He does that look around. He has like that sad face.
And Jalen Hurts, he can get a big
and they're like, "Doctor, what is it?" And he's like, "Well, we've tried everything, but they've got the hat head."
First down and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First and 10. Here we go. Throws on a slant. Goddard still on his feet. First down. First and goal. First and goal at the 3.
He has one touchdown and almost got another there.
He's been that energy guy.
Oh man, this is crazy.
On this one, just running that little arrow
I gotta make jokes now because this is it's getting ugly. Gotta make y'all laugh so the Giants fans don't cry. So I gotta do it. Head is curable with the hot shower. I don't know. And that's going to be a Boston Scott touchdown for the Eagles.
Against the Giants, a true Giant slayer.
Really nice job. Watch him start off to the right, and then he get a little bit of a jump. But you got Jalen Smith standing there right in the hole unblocked, so he's got to go back to his left, and he's able to find.
He got the home remedies.
Right, of course he is. So
it's like, to get rid of hat head, brush your hair, drink some lemon juice, and put some Vicks Vapor Rub inside your ears.
Touchdowns against one team in NFL history. Of course, all the minimums apply.
Extra point is good. Score is going to be 21-0. 21-0.
It has been all Eagles trying to beat the Giants.
This is absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I want to apologize on behalf of the Giants for you guys because I know, like, you know, you look forward to entertaining games just like I do. And when they don't happen, it's like, all right, well, what do we do? So now we're making jokes about people having an incurable disease called hat head that doesn't exist. And now we're making up home remedies for it as well because this is what we need to do to entertain ourselves because this game is going completely the opposite way that anyone would have wanted it to go. I'm sure even the Eagles fans were like, dang, could we have had a game? Like, this is just kind of ridiculous. So, 21-0. 7 minutes and 59 seconds left in the second quarter. Timeout. Commercial break. Okay, yo. Jordan Latimer says, Jay, I told you they had no chance, but you wanted to bet on a team that lost to the team they're playing twice already. SMH. Jordan, I'm going to fill you in a little secret. I don't bet on the playoffs. I made a prediction, sir. I didn't bet on anybody. I made a prediction. Fred said, this is way exciting, Jay. I want the Eagles to win by 50. Just a complete massacre. Rick, I was not expecting Hurts to be at 100%, and they were just coming off of a victory beating the Vikings. It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
Series accused. A new case each week. A different defendant in an unpredictable story, boasting an all-star cast. Accused series premiere tomorrow after the NFL on Fox.
Shout out to Shadow.
Well, could it started off any worse for the Giants?
Stay low. That's what I'm saying. Like, just it doesn't make any sense. Like, yeah, Eagles should be probably winning, but like not like this.
That is how this team is built. You know, you get in front with a lead.
All right, here we go. First and 10.
Philadelphia Eagles. Let's see how Daniel Jones. See if this offense can start digging out of this hole.
It's already going to be tough to play here. Now this crowd feeding off of this hot start too. Saquon Barkley looking for the edge. Bottled up, dropped in the backfield by Reed.
And Barkley's going to get wrapped up. That's a 4-yard loss. 2nd and 14. JR, who you got for the Super Bowl but can't say Bills? Then you can't ask me who I got. It's ridiculous. I'm going to ask you a question, but you can't give me this answer.
Feliciano's pulling out. He's supposed to be able to get around that edge and get downfield and block, and he can't get past Darius Slayton's guy.
Loss 4, 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14. Pressure. Jones steps up. Finally runs. Spins. He'll get 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Just the speed, and it's not the guys up front. I mean, they get the quarterback flushed, and then as he starts to scramble, I mean, how many times did we see Daniel Jones making plays last week once the break broke down, or it was a called quarterback run? Look at the speed and the convergence right
Shout out to Forrest. Jay, what's your favorite color? But you can't pick blue, green, or red. It's like, what? Just say you wanted the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl. That's all, man. That's all you had to do. As Jones is in trouble. And he's going to throw it away. Incomplete. That leads to a 4th and 11. And they will punt back to the Eagles.
When you have 70 sacks and the majority of those are from
What's up, Ricardo?
It's because you've got a great secondary behind you. Daniel Jones has nowhere to go. And last week against Minnesota, that ball was coming out fast. He's trying tonight. He's trying to get it out quick, but there's just nowhere to go with it.
Shout out to Timo. What's your favorite comic book? But don't mention DC, Marvel, or any independents. Kick is off. Fair catch at the 28 for the Eagles. What's up, Marvin? Shout out to you, man. This is absolutely crazy. 21-0 as the Eagles get the ball back. 5 minutes and 47 seconds left on the clock. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 28 when we come back from the commercial break. All right. I'm excited for tomorrow. I do have a question, though. Why do you guys ask me that? Like those questions. Like, who do you think's gonna win tomorrow, Jay? And then you get mad when I say like the team. Is it because like you want me to say who like you're going for? Is that what it is? It's like a psychological thing. If you hear Jay say it, then like you feel better about your decision, like it's gonna happen. Is that what it is? I need to know. I need some answers because I really feel like someone will ask me a question and then I'll answer it and they get mad. And it's like more, it's like 60 like 40. It really is. It's like 60-40 someone getting mad about me like answering a question that they want me to answer because they like have a difference of opinion. I'm just saying. Oh, he admitted it. He said yes because the Cowboys are the best team ever. Really? Oh. All right. Just to make you happy. Cowboys are going to go to the Super Bowl and win it. Yeah. Did that help you? Did that make you feel good? Because I'll be honest with you. I don't believe it. I don't believe that. And I don't like lying either, so I got to take it back. I can't say that. I'm sorry. I tried it. I tried to even let it stay there for a little bit. It just didn't feel right to me because I don't like lying. So yeah, I can't, you know. Yeah, sorry. I apologize. Didn't mean to take away your happiness there. It's unfortunate. How many poor souls lost are you making happy by positive reinforcement? Shout out to you, Barry. Listen, I'm can't please everybody. That's the unfortunate thing about it. Can't please everybody.
Now year 2 Nick Sirianni and year 1 Brian Dable for the New York Giants. It is a different kind of situation where you're going to have to be perfect, and they have been far.
Shout out to Mark. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. That's going to be a handoff to Sanders. Still running, still on his feet. They're going to blow it dead. He'll get 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5.
Weapons on this offense. And this team that has won 14 games, most wins in the NFC, most wins in franchise history. They set a franchise record.
Jay, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? I would go to Kyoto, Japan. Been wanting to go there for a while now.
In 8 years. And the numbers for those guys so far tonight.
Second and 5. First down for the Eagles. Big play for Sanders, 17 yards.
And this is the threat that Jalen Hurts puts on you, because you just get caught in a tough spot. Watch 55 comes up, I'm going to play it. He still can't really find the ball. And when he realizes that Miles Sanders has it, he's already outflanked. He's going to be around the corner.
8 of the last 11 plays for the Eagles have been runs for Sanders, so he leads.
Another run as Hurts gets 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6. So now they're just running, letting that clock roll.
At 21-0, you're playing smart again, but I still think that question is going to linger as the game goes on. How good does he feel? I mean, if you're going to share that, listen, I'm not 100% right now, and it does bother me, but I'm going to go out there, I'm going to do everything I can because we got to get
Galactic says they want a realistic answer without bias, so that means they want to be lied to.
So he's still not.
Because if you don't answer the question that you're feeling to appease someone else, that means you're lying to them. That's common sense. As Scott gets 10 yards on the run. See, this is why I created the other channel. Me and Franklin created the channel. We're going to talk about etiquette. We're going to talk about life stuff. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. This is why we have this other channel coming, because a lot of people need to hear this kind of stuff that we're going to talk about. We got a lot to address. A lot.
To block you, so you got to stop Boston Scott.
129 rushing yards for the Eagles in this first half. Right at the strength of this defense, and Williams and Lawrence.
Hurts throws that will be caught by Pascal for 4 yards. 2nd and 6.
During the regular season, but he's got to catch for a gain of 5 here.
And that was one of the things, we're trying to get an idea how we think the game is going to go. And that was one of the things we talked about. Hey, this Philly offense, if they're not at 100% because Jalen Hurts is not at 100%, they're going to see this Giants defense that they haven't seen during the regular season. I mean, Leonard Williams is going to be in there. Xavier McKinney's going to be there. Adoree Jackson's back. And it hasn't mattered. Philly's just been that good so far to start this game.
Shout out to Michael Barbas. David, yeah, we're working on another channel. Content's going to be posted next week. So the channel's already created. It's up. And we'll be posting content to it starting next week.
As dominant as they were for a lot of the year. On the flip side, the Giants are saying we're a different team. And it's almost like the Eagles have said, come prove it.
We'll find out.
Yeah. They're down in 6 years. Kenny got that.
9Flix11 says, I will bet $2 million we will smoke the Bills.
And just see if this defense can get something. I mean, Dexter Lawrence was such a force in that Minnesota game. You know, can this middle of this
Never seen $2 million. Not even on a movie, because you don't know how to count it. 3rd and 6.
Had to use a timeout there. First one of the game used by Philadelphia. The play clock.
What's up, Dab Illis? What's up, yo?
So 3rd and 6 coming up here as the Eagles have taken a lot of these questions. And, I mean, we figured it'd kind of be a feeling out process throughout the game to see those questions answered. Right from the first drive, they're like, check that box, we're just fine.
Everything that we looked at that could potentially squeeze this game to be more competitive. Right. Exactly what you said. They just checked the box. I really think the big one for me was the run by Jalen Hurts in the red zone. And then you started to see him get smart. But when he has to, if he has to, he will run the way he ran earlier in the season. So that to me was a really big indicator that this offense is going to get back on track right now. But I have been so impressed how they have handled Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence inside.
So let's see here on 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun.
Quick throw on a screen. Stumbles for the first down. This is, wow. Devontae Smith with 6 yards on the carry to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 26. 2 minutes, 28 seconds on the clock.
And get your skill players on the outside, away from all those bodies walked up on that pressure. And even Jalen Hurts kind of escapes to the right a little bit more to help himself out.
Out of the 2-minute warning in this first half. Philadelphia trying to add on to this 21-0.
Shout out to you, Father Time. Yeah, man, that's what it's for. You know, a lot of people come through. They ask me for advice. They ask me for insight. And I'm always having conversations about stuff. And, you know, I've been on other channels where we've had like panels and discussions about anything you can think of, you know, whether it's money, relationships, just general life, self-awareness, empowerment, all that stuff. So that's what this second channel is for. It'll be an open platform and discussion so people can be a little bit more free, right? When we're having these conversations, it'll be a little bit more candid, and you know, people can be more relaxed. Obviously, this will be for the 18 and up crew, more so for the adults, so we can have those candid conversations and you know, really open up about the things that we need to, because there's a lot wrong with society. There's a lot wrong with society, and you know, we need to start addressing some of these issues and talking about them so that people can understand, and we can start taking our time to help people understand their own levels of accountability, and how things need to be addressed. It's that simple. That simple. Mary Joseph saw a new cave that was recently discovered that has a Mayan pottery. Wow. Yeah. Shout out to Teresa. Yeah. So yeah, I'll put that. If you guys want to subscribe to it, I'll throw it up in the chat. I'll put it in the chat so you guys can subscribe to it if you have not already. Where is it at? While we're on this commercial break, 2-minute warning. I'm gonna put it up in the chat. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for these Eagles.
A fake to Sanders, a throw to Brown, and it's incomplete. Covered by Jackson. Jalen Hurts, impressive first half. Pam Oliver, you got to spend some time with Jalen yesterday. What was the mindset coming into this one?
Incredible mindset, and boy, is he ever tough-minded. He told me that all eyes are on me all the time. It never takes any extra bit of energy trying to be something that I'm not. I'm going to try to go out, be what I'm called to be, and that's to be the leader and quarterback for this team. At times, he said it's going to take everybody's best if we're going to take care of the New York Giants.
He fulfills a lot of the very best cliches about a football captain.
2nd and 10, quick throw. And that's going to be called by Gainwell's got a little bit of space. Going to be just short of the first down.
He's the last one to leave. He's the hardest worker. You know, all football, all day.
And they're just doing a great job on the outside with the wide receivers, giving their guys some extra space. And yeah, but you watch that Week 18 game against the Giants, and it wasn't just Jalen Hurts. I mean, this whole team was out of sync. And so they've come in tonight, and everything is firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, Constant's going to go up next week. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be great. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Handoff to Gainwell up the middle. It's going to be another first down. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 11.
And they're just going right into the heart of this defensive line of the Giants in an area where we thought potentially there could be some issues. But let's talk about Landon Dickerson, who's kind of nicked early in the game, you know, so he's not 100%. Jason Kelsey's just been phenomenal to start. And Isaac Seumalo, I don't know if we talk about him enough when we do Philly games. You know, 56. The guards.
Do you like the Niners' chances against the Eagles next week?
This first half.
Can we get to next week first, man? We still got tomorrow to get through. Let's get through tomorrow, and then we'll talk about it on the prediction video on Monday.
Again, like it did Week 14 in New Jersey.
1st and 10
for Philly to just 3 for New York. You saw Brian Dable using his 2nd time out there, desperate to get the ball back to get some points before halftime.
Little toss. Sanders gets some space. He'll get maybe 2 yards on the play. Shout out to Silverado. Thanks a lot, man.
Gives us a chance to check in with Kurt.
It sounds like Dana White post-fight conferences. Let's go.
Plus, TB12 will have highlights of the Chiefs win over the Jags. Kurt, you said TB12 is here? I meant Terry Bradshaw.
Tyler says, "Don't lie, Jay." Tyler, what you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Tyler?
Nice. Had me fooled too. I was like, wait a minute, what? Jeff Stoutland, the offensive line coach, who is as well respected as any O-line coach.
Shout out to Carlos. Much love, man.
I actually had the opportunity to be with Jeff Stoutland when he was at Syracuse University, you know, back in the late 80s, and just been great to watch his career grow and blossom, and considered one of the best offensive line coaches in the NFL, and he's just got a fantastic group, and not just those 5. Done a nice job. He grinds these guys. He's out here pregame working them out to get some extra snaps.
2nd down and 8, 12th play of this drive for the Eagles. Hurts.
2nd and 8. Hurts throws on a screen, incomplete. Helmet to helmet hit at the end. That's going to be a flag on the Giants, and this will be 1st and goal for the Eagles. Wow.
I understand, you know, sometimes you think maybe that was it thrown backwards? I don't know. I'm gonna go up there and get the ball.
Pass, personal foul, defense, number 57. Half the distance to the goal line. 1st down, Philadelphia.
1st and goal at the 5.
What's your take on this one?
Well, now.
We're having a hard time getting Dean's mic going. Dean, what's your take on that one?
Yeah,
well, the general rule was 20 points, right? So if you're up 20 points, it's considered a blowout. That's what we've all came to the consensus on. If someone's up 20 points, it's a blowout. So this is a blowout.
Yeah, instead of 3rd down, it's 1st and goal at the 5 with 1:33 to go in this first half. Goddard.
Quick throw to Goddard. Can't get away from the tackle to be 2nd and goal. No gain.
For the Giants, captain for the first time this year. If he didn't make the tackle, nobody was going to.
Yeah, coming all the way from center field at that safety position. And we've seen Dallas Goedert a couple
Sarah
of
said,
times
unplug
make
the
little
sticks.
great tackles and extend
Let's go.
plays.
Unplug the
Nice
sticks.
job by Julian
Let's go
Love on
home.
that.
Here's what Dean was talking about. Did he get pushed into him? Jason Kelsey there. You could definitely make that argument.
Shout out to the Chains.
Under a minute.
Second and goal.
Second and goal. A juggle of the snap.
Hurts is going to keep it. Hits the edge. Touchdown. Eagles.
Finish him. What a machine this Eagles offense is.
And there is where it is so difficult to defend, because now this is true 11
I don't want
on 11.
that.
And you're actually got
And
a
you
chance.
don't want
It's
that.
actually going to make this a little bit easier. The hardest thing was securing the snap. And you had Jordan Mailata.
Shout out to Isaiah. You got to pass the sticks.
Like he had something happen.
When it's 21-0 on Madden, you got to pass the sticks. The game is over. Or you got to run it back. It's that simple. As the Eagles are going to go for 2 just to put more salt in the wound.
A 2-point play coming. More and more in the NFL, you see situations where, like, wait a minute, it doesn't seem like a 2-point situation. The analytics tell teams to do it. Hard count. Nobody budging. And on timeout.
One of those situations. Let's go see if we can steal a yard.
Take the timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, we don't want to do it from the 2, but we'll do it from the 1.
Yeah, you got timeouts to spare.
Well, D1, what's a point, huh? What's 1 point?
Jalen Hurts 13 of 17 through the air. He's run it 7 times for 32 yards and a touchdown, and showing not many signs that he's diminished.
Well, we had the game when he hurt the shoulder initially against Chicago, and the next 2 plays were passes. And we saw no indication about the injury impacting his throwing. So I always felt like the throwing part of this comeback was going to be okay. There's the big one right there. Yeah, that was the play where you really, okay, he's feeling it tonight. He feels much better than he did.
Chris Madsen, because they just beat the Vikings. Right? They just beat the Vikings. Hurts has been injured. So they'll take the extra point. It'll be 28-0. But yeah, that's why, you know, a lot of people took the Vikings. That would be you know, that'd be why. Which it is what it is. I mean, obviously, like, it's the same thing for, you know, the Buccaneers and the Cowboys. It's kind of like, logically, the Cowboys should have won that game because of the way that Tom Brady and the Buccaneers have been playing. They shouldn't have even been in the playoffs. But a lot of people were like, oh, okay, yeah, Tom Brady, playoffs, experience, da-da-da-da, comeback kid. And it was a complete bust. So here you go. Same thing. So, yeah.
The whole game has been played in the Giants' half of the field.
It's unbelievable how this field has tipped here in the first half.
Shout out to Jeff.
Gone the Eagles' way, and let's think forward. Now, we've had some great comebacks here. You know, in Wild Card Weekend, you know, the Bills got out to a big lead over the Dolphins. The Dolphins made that tight.
Fred Penner says, stop hating Jay. Admit that you're watching greatness.
Saturday, so you're not saying anything right here, but if Philadelphia continues to play at this level and the Giants can't come back into this game, you also have the opportunity to get Jalen Hurts off the field and even help him a little bit more.
Clearly benefiting from that bye week last week.
Am I watching greatness, or am I watching a team that wasn't prepared for the divisionals? Which one?
As the AFC and NFC head coaches and new skills
Which one?
in the first ever AFC versus NFC flag football game. Sunday, February 5th at 3 Eastern on ABC, ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and Disney XD.
Well, I would agree with that. They're definitely dominating this game.
He said, look, I told myself I was never going to go back to a game there.
I don't know, Forrest. Someone uses that word every stream.
Jones flushed out of the pocket, chased by Reddick. Daniel Jones making hay on the ground.
I'll predict that Kansas City wins. Like, I predicted that Kansas City would beat the Jaguars. And as I'm calling the game, someone's like, Jay, you're just a hater. You just don't like Kansas City. It's like, yo, I predicted they would win the game. But because they don't like what I say or how I call the game, I'm a hater. Hey, it is what it is.
Man, it's just the dynamite marriage. That pass rush and those two shutdown corners. Top pass defense in the lead.
2nd and 1.
Jones scans.
Jones throws deep. Almost picked off.
Reed Blankenship has made a couple plays.
Incomplete.
Knocked that one away from Darius Slayton.
And everything is contested. Darius Slayton coming up, run the deep in route.
Shout out to Timo.
He's going to drive on it right there. Gets the hand to knock it away.
In a receiving core that you touched on, Darryl.
Oh, Fred, it's all good, man.
Only has 3 catches.
It's all good.
First half.
You know how many comments I deal with on a daily basis? I love it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. Would not be here if I didn't. 3rd and 1. Pressure. Jones throws incomplete. 4th and 1. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Sometimes you see a protection and you're wondering what the rules are because I really don't
right,
like
Shadow?
The way it's set up if we're not blocking 94.
They better not switch. This is a divisional game. That'd be absolutely ridiculous. They're like, all right, guys, the Giants are getting blown up by like 50, so we're going to go ahead and put on the episode of Simpsons.
Been a fun half for Daniel Jones. 6 for 10 for 57 yards.
Shout out to you, Ivan.
Last week.
Yeah, man.
Jones been a busy guy in the first half.
Punt is off. Fair catch at the 21 for the Eagles.
The Verizon halftime coming up shortly. 17 seconds, one timeout for Nick Sirianni's team, which has absolutely dominated this game.
Family Guy, please.
260 yards.
Yeah, I like Family
for the
Guy.
Eagles to just 64 for the Giants. And the only way to beat the Eagles when they were full strength during the regular season was to possess the ball for a crazy amount of time. Washington had it for more than 40 minutes. Saints did it against a diminished team. But the Eagles have had the ball much of this first half. For a lot of the half in Giants.
All right, so Hurst is going to down it. That'll take us to halftime. Giants will get the ball after the half. All right, so yeah, for those asking about the new channel, it's called We Need Clarity. It's going to be about life topics, all kinds of fun stuff like that. Life, general thought-provoking stuff. So if you're interested in that, content, of course, will be up this week. Me and Franklin are working on a few things. The link for the new channel is pinned to the chat, so make sure you click on that link. Make sure you subscribe, and be good for everybody. Obviously, this one is going to be more 18 and up, adult-friendly content, and it's going to be right here on YouTube. So, yeah, right here on YouTube. Father Time, no, this is going to be more for the adults, so 18 and up, because it's going to be a little bit more candid, right? It's going to be a little bit more candid. It's going to basically be me saying some things on there that need to be said in a certain way sometimes to imply what I mean, right? Sometimes you gotta come from out of that shell to get your point across so people understand how serious things are. So, but within good taste, right? You got to have good taste. You got to know when and how to say certain things. All that kind of stuff's going to be in the channel, right? For instance, what should you say on a job interview? What are some things you should leave out? Right? How would you describe yourself to the recruiter that you're trying to appeal to? How would you display your best skills in your resume? This is all stuff that we need to talk about that nobody's talking about. I'm sure there's somebody that is, but this is all stuff we need to talk about. How to handle yourself in today's society on the job. All that kind of stuff. Lots of different stuff. I can definitely go down the list, but you guys already know. The stuff that you guys try to like put on this channel, we're going to have over there. We'll have over there. Nicole says you should always lie in an interview. See, that's why we need this second channel. Because the stuff that Nicole just said, you should always lie in an interview. It's probably not good advice, Nicole. You're probably not going to get the job if you always lie in your interviews. But Rick says fake it till you make it. No, you don't have to fake it till you make it. The object of faking it till you make it will put you in certain situations that you don't want to be in, right? Just think about it. If you faked your way into a job as a chemical engineer, you're probably going to end up blowing up yourself in the lab because you faked it until you made it. We have to stop telling people that this is okay, that they can do these kind of things to get to whatever point they need to get. No, you need to go learn. You need to go understand what you're talking about. You need to figure it out and then get to that point where you don't have to fake it so you can make it. It's very simple. Jay, can you post a link in the community chat? I got you, bro. I'll do that now. I will do that now. Yo. Shout out to the Bad Advice Patrol, yo. Oh man. All right. Hold on. All right. So put that up. All right. That is up on the community post. And there it is. Haunted Autumn says never challenge a Sicilian when death is on the line. Speed limit signs are more of a suggestion rather than a hard rule. Yes, I would agree with that, right? Mark says, how do you make money when you don't have money? I think is one of the most asked questions. Well, I mean, there's multiple ways. You know what's funny? I'll give you guys one example. People will always hit me up and be like, hey, Jay, I need something to do, or I need a job. Do you have any suggestions? Do you have any ideas? The first thing I ask them is, hey, do you have a license? Some people are like, yeah, I got a license. Do you have a car? Yeah, I've got a car. Okay, drive Uber. Right there, you can make $800 a week driving on Uber. Full time. All right, you don't have a car. Okay, cool. What are you good at? Oh, I've did clerical work, or I've did some form of data entry. All right, so you don't have a car, but you're willing to work. You got a computer at home, or you got a laptop. All right, well, go online. Make sure that your resume is all set up and accurate. Go on Indeed, and go ahead and get you a search for remote jobs. Search for remote jobs that are entry level, that pay what you're looking for. And at that point, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get something very fast, right? There's so many opportunities out here. Okay, let's say you don't want to do that. What are you good at? Are you creative? Yeah, John, I can write. Okay, I can write. So go to Fiverr.com, start writing articles for $5 a piece and up. There's so many different opportunities, and this is all the stuff that we got to talk about. Stop believing that you're going to get rich from crypto overnight. Stop believing that you're going to get rich from options overnight. Stop believing that you're going to day trade your way to financial freedom. It's not going to happen. For the people that it has happened to, the 1%, they already had the money to make it happen. And those are the same people that are trying to sell you a course. Like I said, this is all stuff that we're going to talk about. Yeah, your squid coin is going to moon, and then the SEC is going to come after you and everybody that started that coin. And then you'll be known as a scammer for the rest of your life. Yeah, shout out to the women. What happens when you can't make videos for OnlyFans anymore? What happens? What are you going to do? Oh, my OnlyFans, I made $30,000 this month. I made $10,000. Oh, I did $1 million. All right. After taxes, you're going to get with 7. And then what if you're going to spend that money? You're not going to invest it, right? Shout out to Gina coming through with the $19.99 super chat. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Much love. Much love. Thanks for the support. What are you going to do when those ideas run out? This is all stuff that we're going to have on the other channel. Like I said, it's going to be great conversation. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be more candid. And I feel like this is definitely something that people are really going to enjoy because everyone likes life topics. Everyone likes life topics. So we'll definitely have some fun over there. All right. I'm going to grab some water. We're at halftime. I'll be back like Schwarzenegger.
line. Nothing's gone right.
Nothing. We came on air talking about how good Daniel
Shout out to
Jones
Silverado.
is
Says big party here for Chinese New Year.
with getting the ball out.
Yeah, I heard you guys do it
Getting
do it
quickly.
big
And
out there,
not to a
man.
receiver pulling it down and running and getting some positive yards. This Eagles defense has just taken all of that away. Nobody's
Adam
getting
Marshall
open.
says
He has
yes,
nowhere
but
to throw
Uber
it.
is dangerous.
He's so good and there's so much speed in that front.
I mean, with that logic, everything is dangerous. You walk out the door, it's dangerous.
Against Minnesota was your big players.
You go to the grocery store, it's dangerous.
Saquon Barkley had good games, and they were going to have that.
You go to the mall, you go to the movies, it's dangerous. We got to stop. We have to stop using excuses. It's a means of holding people back from being successful. Me being on YouTube is dangerous. Trust me, it really is. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, well the first thing Brian Dable said to me when he came out of the locker room at the
Shout out to Leggy Time.
was not an ideal
Playing the
pass.
Eagles
He
is
said
dangerous.
You're letting them go 4 of 4 in the red zone. They're 6 of 7 on third down. He said they are controlling this game with our running game. We simply just don't have enough plays. He said we need to tackle better. We need to play better at the line of scrimmage. He said this is a cumulative effort.
Maddie T, sending your kids to school is dangerous, without a doubt. Can't live in fear, though. One thing you can't do is you can't live in fear. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Hand off to Barkley. He's going to get maybe 4 yards on the play to be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Joe, but they were all business as they went inside the locker room. I was standing outside and I heard the voice of safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
That's correct, Mark. Speaking is dangerous. Being an influencer is very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. It's true.
Like it's 0-0. We cannot take our foot off the gas. Loves the play of Jalen Hurts.
2nd and 6.
He's playing with heart and desire. He expects that to continue in the second half.
Yeah, like Darrell touchdown, you don't have to look too far back for a caution.
Shout out to Faded Ghoul.
Saturday in Jacksonville. Here's a shot for Darius Slayton.
Slayton incomplete, no flag.
Slayton had a step or two on James Bradberry, but Jones was off the mark.
Yeah, he had a clean pocket to throw. He had his receiver.
Eating fast food is dangerous.
He didn't take advantage of the opportunity. And you heard what
Watching Russell Wilson eat fast food is dangerous.
So that means, offense, when you've got an opportunity for a splash play, you've got to convert it. You throw it better.
Yeah, that was a flag. That was definitely a flag. They didn't do it, though.
Maybe for the first time tonight, you had those two things in sync.
But your fastest guy running free. Jones, who's been on target at a higher rate than any quarterback
3rd and 6.
this year, wasn't there. Against pressure, he's not this time either.
Incomplete.
Over Richie James.
So it's going to go back to the Eagles. Bob says picking the Giants is also stupid.
And they're going to put Evan Neal in the hot seat right now. He's struggled.
It's almost like believing in the Cowboys, huh?
And now you're bringing a little bit of pressure that way too.
See how that works?
Really starting to stress the young guy out there on the right side.
Oh, man. 4th and 6.
Jamie Gillen, his 4th punt. This was a short one. Fair catch from Covey. And the first Philly drive of the second half will start at the 32 on the other side of this.
Yeah. Ain't that a kick in the head? All right. Shout out to Frank Sinatra. 1st and 10 for these Eagles as they get to the 32. It's going to be 28-0, 13 minutes and 55 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Timeout. Ghost says, come on, Jay. You didn't have to go there with the Cowboys. Come on, y'all know my snapback game is immaculate now. Y'all come in here for this entertainment. Y'all don't come in here. Y'all come to me because y'all know Jay don't play. So y'all know when someone throws something back at me, I'm going to snap back real quick and y'all get y'all laugh. That's what y'all come here for. Don't play. Y'all know every team gets it. These snapbacks is these snapbacks is universal. Anybody can get it. Shout out to Bob Evans. Every time Bob come around, I always think about the restaurant. We want breakfast. Where the sausages at? Pause. Where's the breakfast at? Job Pacer, any good movies to recommend? What do you like to watch? What genre? Right, yo, and like every team, like I get it from everybody. Yeah, I don't think y'all realize that. Jay gets it from everybody because the Bills play every team. So guess what? I'm getting it from everybody. Some of you forget that. Shout out to Frederica. Oh yeah, the wet clay snapback, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. I'm still crying the Bills prevented the Patriots from making the playoffs. What are you gonna do? Tom Brady's gone, man. Bill Belichick can't do it. There's probably going to be a whole overhaul of the Patriots eventually. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Sanders runs for 3 yards on the play to be 2nd and 7.
Anytime there's been any kind of window, he's found it.
There's not a lot there. I mean, the great thing about the Philadelphia offensive line is they're staying on their feet. They're not getting on the ground, and they just continue to push. And Miles Sanders will get in there behind him and just he gets those ugly yards like he did right there. Gets you into the 2nd and 7. You know, it's 3 positive yards when there was really nothing there.
What a season it's been for Sanders.
How many times did the Cowboys beat the Bills in the Super Bowl? How many times did your team make it to the Super Bowl? 2nd and 7. And that's going to be a stop for the Giants defense. Loss of 3 yards on Sanders, 3rd and 10.
Rookie record for scrimmage yards in 2019, but then a lot of injuries over the next couple seasons. Still fairly productive. Stunted by those injuries, though.
Wait, you don't respect the Patriots?
Different guy. He's as strong and as healthy as he's been. And mentally, with that free agency looming, he's looked like he's on a mission.
Yeah, how about that? Your quarterback and your featured running back both come back to Philadelphia.
3rd and 10.
Shown the entire staff and their teammates that they had a phenomenal offseason. Just elevated their opportunities coming into the year.
They're down and long.
Pressure. That's oh my goodness. I thought he caught it. Oh, he was out of bounds. It was out of bounds. Is this like maybe the second punt?
Heck of a job by Jalen Hurts, just getting that ball out. Working on
oh yeah, he dropped it. Incomplete.
I caught more passes this year than any Eagle in a season ever. 95 of them. They couldn't bring that one in, and the Eagles have to punt it. Only the 2nd time today. Giants came after it. Almost
punt is off.
Gets it away. Richie James gets it off the bounce.
Terrible. Let it go. That was a terrible play. So Giants will take over at their 12, 1st and 10. 12 minutes and 16 seconds left on the clock in the 3rd quarter. 28-0. Wow. 28-0. What are they going to do? What are these Giants going to do? I feel like this is that comeback victory that Jalen needed to get to the championship and for it to be a game. So, says Giants is done. Yeah, I mean, 12 minutes left in the 3rd. You'd need a lot of things to go your way if you're a Giants fan right now. Furious says, I love those types of dialogue. What do you think of the Bills? You know, they're right, I think. So you're saying you don't like pancakes. Trenchophobic, obviously. Right? It's like, Jay, how do you feel? Dak Prescott versus Josh Allen. Josh Allen. Jay, you're a Cowboys hater. That's how it goes. That's how it goes every time. Every time. Jay hates pancakes. Confirmed. I actually like chocolate chip pancakes. Those are my favorite. Chocolate chip pancakes and then French toast. French toast. Big French toast fan. Man, what a night for football. This game just like completely different from that Jaguars and Chiefs game. Completely. At least the Jags put up a fight. This is a straight slaughter. Jay likes them vegan pancakes, whatever that means. Yeah. I was going to make a joke, but I'm going to have to reserve that one. Shout out to the vegans out there. I love you guys. Much love. Brock Purdy or Josh Allen? Come on, yo. Do you remember when Michael Jackson performed during halftime the first beat the Bills in the Super Bowl? Halftime, the first time beat the Bills. I'm going to need you to say whatever you're going to say again so you can get it out the right way. Thank you. 6-yard run from Barkley. 2nd and 4.
But Matt Breida in the backfield with Saquon Barkley, and maybe that's something that can get this jump started a little bit.
Cream of wheat on top of pancakes? What? That's interesting. Never had that before. Ghostface, what up?
Barkley again. Saquon Barkley hit from
Barkley runs 2 yards on the play, 3rd and 2.
Be hard pressed to find a better free agent signing this season than Hassan Reddick.
It sounds interesting.
3-year contract that he signed with the Eagles.
Sounds interesting.
NFL in sacks. 2 more of them today. He's just all over the place.
And I really like his motivation because he's trying to change the narrative. You know, there was people that considered him maybe a potential draft bust because he came out in the first round. And when he went out to Arizona, they played him at inside linebacker. He'd never played inside linebacker before.
On the ground again and a big hole.
Big run, big first down. Saquon is moving. 39 yards on the play. He'll get to the 41. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Giants.
Yeah, T.J. Edwards kind of guessing right here. Comes in this way, and we've got a gap that's vacated. Look at that opening right there. And then
what do you think about the halftime show?
We'll
have to wait and see.
Opportunity to get a tackle on Saquon Barkley, but just took a poor angle.
Rear play run in Eagles territory. It's Breida. Cutting it back.
Hand off to Breida. He'll get 7 yards.
And it's just one play at a time, one series at a time. You can't start chasing the 28. You've got to do it play by play, series by series, fight to get back in here because it's exactly
Chris Madsen, I think we all know exactly what happened.
Working together, and you're going to have to steal some possessions here in the second half.
Shout out for the reminder. 2nd and 3.
This year, nothing quite like this though. Richie James quickly has it and gets lassoed down by Bradberry.
It's going to be a 1st down. Richie James is 3 yards on the short pass. 1st and 10 now at the 31.
Look, 5 straight losing seasons. They were 4 and 13 last year. Joe Judge let go. Brian Daboll's brought in really just to restore some respect to this team. Not only does he do that, he gets them to the playoffs for the first time in 6 years and then proceeds to win a playoff game for the first time in 11 years. And so at this point, this looks like a massive flop in this game. This overall this year, a clear success.
Unbelievable what he was able to accomplish in year 1, and he did it the right way. It started from the foundation with the culture and the type of guys he brought in to help out. You didn't go on a big spending spree. You couldn't go on a big spending spree.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout for the Giants.
He's a guy that everybody around the Giants talks about having shifted the culture. It's a guy who's won a lot wherever he's
What
gone.
about them 72 Dolphins? What you know about that?
As an assistant with the Patriots all those years. Then he goes for 1 year in college with Jalen Hurts, by the way.
Not a thing.
As the coordinator for the
Not a thing.
There. Helped Josh Allen blossom into what he's become. Won division titles there. And then won that playoff game last week against Minnesota. This is some of the guys that he's worked with throughout his career. They're hoping that Daniel Jones can benefit like a lot of these other guys have.
And let's just take Josh Allen, for instance. This season, Josh Allen led the league in
Joe, yeah, every playoff game.
The first year that Brian Dable is gone. What has Daniel Jones done? Dramatically improved his turnovers and his interceptions. So just the daily reminders of what's important. And that is number one in the NFL. The turnover margin is still the clearest indicator of who has the possibility to win the game.
1st and 10.
And so is Daniel Jones going to be the guy moving forward? It's a whole other conversation. As Barkley gets it again.
Barkley is 3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7.
You can have it a little bit here. A lot of people think that he's made himself a lot of money over these last couple of games. It's 38 points against Indy, but 31 points, and he played really well against Minnesota. There's still a faction of people, though, that think there's enough there over 3+ years in the NFL that gives you pause.
Well, it goes back to, you know, what John Mara said, and we have just messed it up for this young man in as many ways as we possibly can. So,
all right, here we go, 2nd and 7.
3 years, is that fair? I think you start to see the potential with him here this season, but I'd like to see it again for another year.
It's got James again. James close to a
James gets 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1.
So you might notice all 3 timeouts for the Giants still there. Dean, looked like they had called a timeout, but it was given back to him.
Yeah, they moved the ball and it got late in the play clock, so they decided to give the Giants the timeout back because it was an administrative delay by the officials.
Graphics department, the plug, safe. All right, 3rd down and 1 here.
All right, here we go, 3rd and 1.
Fake to Gary Brightwell. Josh Sweat right there, and
Jones is going to run. He'll get the 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19.
A lot of Giants fans, given what they've
shout out to Aussie Chicken.
For good reason, would like to see another year together. Another year of him and Brian Dable.
Absolutely. Can you take that next step? And here's something, you know, just down the stretch late in the year, I really liked the ball handling, the play action. They've pushed the envelope a little bit. And, you know, Mike Kafka even told us, you know, we're not doing, you know, we're a different offense now than we were earlier in the year. We've built the
What's
trust.
up, Purple?
You know, we start to understand the details of this offense more, so we're able to do some different things.
Shout out to the family.
1st down and 10. Jones and the Giants looking for the end zone.
Jones throws short.
James,
that'll be to James. He'll get 11 yards on the catch.
James with his 5th catch of the day, and it's 1st down and goal. Richie James is signed to be the punt returner. He's part of this unlikely cast of characters at receiver. You've got James, who is signed to be the punt returner. Darius Slayton, who didn't have a catch until week 4. Isaiah Hodgins, who wasn't even on the team until November. They're finally giving him a respectable wide receiver group over the last month. Jones motions out. Barkley's going to take the direct snap. Hands it off to Matt
Barkley.
Breida. He finds the end zone. Touchdown, New York.
All right, so New York finally gets on the board. Matt Breida for 8 yards.
Barkley hands it off to Breida.
Yeah, and again, some of that creativity right there. Just get your defense to think a little bit on the fly. Don't give them a lot of time to process and adjust, but there's Daniel Jones. He's going to motion out. You're going to go Wildcat, and now you're just going to do the little zone read right there. Great job by Saquon Barkley getting the handoff there because he wasn't going anywhere with that football.
You don't figure Barkley and Breida have worked on their mesh point too many times. They worked okay there, though. The extra point coming from Green.
Extra point's good.
28-7 is the Giants.
7-28. All right, Giants finally score, showing some dignity. 6 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. 3rd quarter. Let's look at the live money line. What do we got here? What do we got? Spread now is 21.5. Over-under is 49.5. They're not showing the money line yet. We'll see. Thanks a lot, Joe. Much love, man. Timeout. Oof. Plus 3,500. That is absolutely insane. Plus 3,500. This game is over. This game is over. When the odds are that high, should I take it? Come on, Timo. There's no way. That's not gonna pay. That's a sucker's bet, man. It's too high. It's way too high. Yeah, it's a sucker's bet, bro. Juan says Giants come back initiated. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Giants will be kicking it back to the Eagles. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter.
It is a touchback. And the Eagles to begin at the 25-yard line. We've talked plenty about Jalen Hurts tonight and massive improvements. You look at his first two seasons, and really last year they cut him loose on the ground. That allowed them to get into the playoffs. But this year, the way he's grown as a passer, really impressive.
And the biggest thing you always talk about is the ability to win from the pocket. And that's where the strides happened in the offseason. And Coach Sirianni told him when he first came back in and he started.
All right, here we go. Likelihood of Brady going to Miami?
You could put yourself into.
I think Brady's done when he leaves Tampa Bay.
And that's exactly what he was able to do. But a huge amount of credit to him for doing it on his own, away from the facility in the offseason, and then coming back.
Play action. Hurts. Throws deep. That's going to be caught. As Goddard gets 23 yards. 1st and 10 now at the 48.
Yeah, he's just really having a night tonight. And watch, he's going to go down inside. And when he breaks back outside, there's nobody there. You know, Xavier McKinney is going to be late coming over the top. So finding some really big soft spots in that coverage down the field.
Jalen Hurts, he lost 9 of his first 13 starts, and it's not that long ago, like a year plus ago, where we all figured we'd figured him out. We knew that he wasn't going to be the guy, right? Philly was talking about who's the next quarterback going to be. Here comes Boston Scott.
Hand off to Scott. Big run. He'll get 9 yards on the carry. 2nd and 1.
The best evidence in the NFL right now that you gotta wait, you gotta see. You can't figure out right away if a guy's got it or not.
You probably learn a lot of lessons through your college experience. You know, that was tough going from Alabama to Oklahoma. So, you know, some hard lessons learned there, and just being patient. But the biggest thing, you know, you can control one thing, and that's your effort.
Shout out to you, Purple.
What you can do to get ready for that next season, and just rave reviews.
Like that was an accident. Wink, wink. 2nd and 1. And Scott's going to run for 3 yards, get the first down.
Son of a high school coach, played for his dad. He said that's where all those leadership abilities and the hard-working nature that you hear about come from watching that within football his whole life. And when he got here to Philadelphia, even before he ever played a snap, he was standing out to people around the building because of qualities like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's things that have been ingrained in him since he was young, and mentally tough. That's the one thing you hear everybody talk about him, and just that natural leadership quality that you don't have to get people to follow you. You just be you, and the way you carry yourself, they'll fall in line, and he's got that.
He walks that line beautifully. It's confident without being arrogant. Quiet confidence.
Hurts in trouble. Ball came out. I think Eagles will retain it.
Looks like the Eagles have it. Giants finally getting home, bringing some pressure.
It's going to be a loss of 6 yards.
Xavier McKinney coming off the edge.
2nd and 17.
Jake Stoll and gets the fumble, causes the fumble, and that's what you have to have, right? You've got to have all three phases. Are you going to get something on special teams? Can defense create an opportunity for us to get a possession back with an interception, with a forced fumble? And there's an opportunity right there that they just couldn't finish out.
And for most of the season, you'd say, well, no shot. Eagles don't turn the ball over. But that was one of the things down the stretch that deserted them. They turned it over a bunch over the back half of the year. 2nd and long, quick throw for Smith.
Throw on a screen. That's going to be short, loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 17.
They're just catching him on this play. They've got the right play dialed up. You got a little stun inside by all the down linemen for the Giants to be able to get to Jalen Hurts, but he's got that quick solution on that screen to the outside. And you had Kayvon Thibodeau down over the nose last time, using his speed, now going down inside.
Be a fun player to watch develop as his career goes on. 5th overall pick. It's been fun to watch him develop here in this first year. On 3rd and 17, they rushed 4. The crosser
Quick
Smith.
throw. That'll be caught by Devonta. And he'll get 9 yards, 4th and 8. So this will lead to a field goal.
Jake Elliott was booming him in pregame. You know, he was right around 55, 58.
I think Rodgers should retire just like Brady. To be honest, G. Young.
Brett Kern. They're going to punt.
See.
So they're going to punt.
That's unusual with this group.
Yeah, they go for it.
I would have thought would have been A or B. Either the offense stays on or we're going for 3.
Uh-oh.
It's a fake.
Everybody moving around. Reed Blankenship's ready to take the snap. Now Zach Pascal motions out.
Well, not a fake, but called an audible.
And give a championship game and potential Super Bowl opponent something else to look at.
Extra film work in special teams.
They'll spend them another 5 minutes, cost them another 5 minutes.
5-yard penalty, 4th down.
The opponent's upcoming, if they can hang on to this one. Here it costs them 5 yards.
Rodgers to the Saints. That'll be interesting to see.
And now Kern, you assume, will actually punt it.
You think Reed Blankenship was excited to do the quarterback sneak against Dexter Lawrence?
Right? I like to see Jordan Love do his thing, you know, Purple. It just makes sense. Punt is off. Fair catch at the 7. 1st and 10 for the Giants. All right. Minute 19 left in the 3rd quarter. Score 7-28. We'll see what Jones and company can do after this commercial break. It says, I see the tide has turned and New York is mounting a comeback. Anything to get that plus 3,500 in. Vegas is like, all right, Eagles, go ahead. So slow it down a little bit. We need to get some suckers in for that plus 3,500. Shout out to you, Barry. Deserve those 2 weeks. All right, here we go. So 2nd and 5. Coming up here.
It's getting that confidence, but you touched on it in that first half. I mean, you just can't start out the way that they did, and you can't play from behind against a team as talented as Philadelphia.
2nd and 5. Jones throws
Quick
short.
throw to Slayton. He'll get 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Sweet.
There's just not enough time. There's not enough time on the clock.
He's a Pro Bowler for the 5th time. There's been a bunch of that throughout his career. But the other thing
and that's why the numbers boosted so high, so they could try to get in as much money as they can at that plus 3,500. That's the stuff you got to be able to spot. How much time is left in the game and whether or not it makes sense, and it doesn't make sense.
Jones to sneak it for a first down.
So Jones sneaks for the first down, and that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 28-7. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Giants at their 19 when we come back to start the 4th. Valencia Fan TV says Carson Wentz crying at home. Yeah, this is tough. Tough. Shout out to Jackson, KJ Pro. Much love, man. Thanks a lot for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. I think Kenny got injured. Yeah, I think Kenny got injured. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, start of the 4th quarter for these Giants. Here we go.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner getting ready for the divisional game out there. 4th quarter begins with Daniel Jones.
Jones throws. It's going to be Barkley getting 19 yards. Put the shoulder down. Big hit. That'll lead to 1st and 10 at the 38.
That was one of the plays that was kind of a staple in that Minnesota game last week. You know, they run a little bit of that mesh underneath, and some guys collide, and now you got Saquon Barkley outside, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson's a tough guy. That shows you the power of Saquon Barkley.
1st and 10.
Outside Richie James.
Throwing a screen to James. He'll get 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1.
Really
as they get to the 47.
Watch that growth and that development and the change and that wide receiver.
Jeremy Slade, 12 majors, has not returned since he said he was going to make that contribution to the channel.
Throw it on 2nd and short. Jones looking back across
2nd and 1. Jones doesn't throw it away. Takes a 5-yard loss. 3rd and 6.
They were getting nothing from them over the first part of the season. First 9 weeks, 875 yards, only 3 touchdowns. And a completely different cast of characters. And Isaiah Hodgins comes in, corresponding with him. He arrives. They've doubled the yardage since that point. Hodgins been the biggest reason why. Although today, just 1 catch, 3 yards.
Shout out to Forrest. Now he watches in silence. Jones throws a Slayton, incomplete. That'll be 4th and 6.
You figure at the point here where you got to go for it. Here are the numbers for those receivers today. James, 6 catches. Nobody else with more than 1. How about this? Giants actually going to punt here. Don't you have to at this point? There are only so many possessions left in this game.
Wow, they're going to punt? This is terrible. Why would you punt? It's 7-28 in the 4th quarter.
So I agree. If you're going to go for it 4th down in the first half when they were out this way, took the sack and gave up possession near midfield, I don't know why you wouldn't do it now.
Son Reddick.
Kick is off.
Been all over on defense. Almost got there on punt block. The Giants came in here feeling so good about themselves.
Yeah, you know, just punt the season away.
Run going.
Yeah, just punts. Yeah, Chino, don't get blocked, bro. I'm telling you, we blocking them, man. I'm gonna give you 1 pass. That's your 1 pass. But from now on out, people come through saying that garbage, they're getting blocked. If you gonna send it, and then I'll just shout you out as it happens. But don't say what you're gonna do. Do what you're going to do. That's it. Quick commercial break. I think the problem is you don't understand that people may not know the difference of that. They may not know the difference of what you're saying and why you're saying it. That's why it's important to understand. Shout out to Furious. Yo, he just turned like 93. And he just married his 63-year-old girlfriend. Shout out to Buzz Aldrin.
Put me on the spot. Well, we've had an opportunity to see San Francisco. It was funny last week. We kind of talked about them maybe taking over from Philadelphia as the top team, the tough team to beat in the
All right, here we go.
playoff bracket. Dallas
Big handoff. Sanders up the middle, 12 yards.
Last Monday night, you never know what Dallas team you're going to get, but if the good Dallas team rolls out, I think it's going to be the best game of the playoffs so far.
Sanders with another first down run. They're trying to get to the NFC Championship game for the first time since Yule. Wearing that neck roll, paving the way for Emmett. It's been since 1995 since they even made the championship game.
Dak Prescott had a rushing touchdown last Monday night. It was the first rushing touchdown on the
First
road
and 10 for the Eagles.
I scored in 92. Now, if I'm holding a rushing touchdown record for the
Handoff to Sanders again up the middle for 3 yards. Clock running, 12 minutes, 25 seconds left.
It looked like maybe the 49ers were taking the mantle as the team to beat. The Eagles, it had been a while since they'd looked like that team. They started 13-1. Everybody agreed they were that team. Then they lose 2 of 3. And, of course, it was because of the injuries. You didn't know what those injured players were going to look like coming back. It feels like they've made quite a statement tonight.
Much different than Week 18 against the Giants because it wasn't just Jalen Hurts that
Shout out to Purple.
knocking the rust off and testing that injury out.
Says grandmother will be 100 in March.
It was on the defensive side of the
Wish
ball.
her health and prosperity. As Scott gets around the edge for 5 yards, it'll be 3rd and 2 at the 38.
Play like this because as we talked about it, Jalen Hurts, we don't have limitations on him. Okay, fine, you don't. But guess what? He's still not 100%. But you've seen him play so much differently tonight than he did in Week 18, and it's all about the run game. That's what separates him and makes this offense so dangerous. Is when that quarterback run is viable with Jalen Hurts.
Only 30 yards tonight, but it was clear from the start that he was a threat again to do that. Third down and 2. He's going to run it here.
Hurts is going to keep it, run himself. 4 yards. That'll lead to a first down.
The Eagles, you're holding your breath there as Thibodeau crashes down on him.
Yeah, and the big thing here is, again, it's the situational thing, right? It's third down. It's red zone. And we've seen his
What's up, Boston? What's going on with you?
Scenarios. And just a great job. You see right there. Look at him put the foot in the ground and just get vertical. You got inside Kayvon Thibodeau. He's very athletic for his size, and it shows you how athletic Jalen Hurts is there. But that's the area that it's going to be critical. Third down, red zone. That's where the threat of Jalen Hurts running the ball is really magnified.
Among the many things they've set records on this year, this is the best third down.
2-yard run for Scott. It'll be 2nd and 8 as we approach the 10-minute mark.
Third down for a team that had some nice expectations coming in. Nobody really saw this coming, though. 13-1 to open the season. Best record in the NFL, the best turnover rate.
Bob Evans says, Jay Reason, I feel kind of bad for you. Your team gets beat tomorrow, and mine wins in a romp.
More than they had early in the year, raising the concerns coming into the postseason.
You know, I'm glad that you have that level of optimism. I really am. I'm glad you have that level of optimism. It's good. You know, it's good when you can believe in your team. It's good when you can believe that something is going to happen. You just have to basically make sure that, you know, you're able to keep your basically keep your sanity so that if it doesn't happen, you don't cry yourself to sleep because Dak Prescott couldn't perform the way that you were hoping that he was going to. You know? And this rookie quarterback doesn't throw 350 yards and like 4 touchdowns. Just saying. Just saying. As Gainwell gets 16 yards on the play.
Set himself a nice day. 4 carries, 38 yards.
Yeah, and it's Lane Johnson, and you know the guy that's critical when you talk about the success of the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, Jalen Hurts, but also Lane Johnson. That's just a stonewall right there against Aziz Ojolari. And there's a double down. Isaac Seumalo climbing to the next level. So just
I can't.
when they want to get down and dirty with you in the run game, we've talked about the impact that Jalen Hurts makes on the run game. But these guys, they can get messy with you if they need to.
Yeah, what a great test.
All right, 1st and 10.
The O-line is, because it hasn't mattered who the runner is tonight. There have been holes. Play clock runs out.
We'll hit the play clock. It'll be a delay. So push the Eagles back 5 yards, 1st and 15.
It is a delay. Well, today's next gen stats, powered by AWS. Taking a closer look at the offensive line. Just 3 pressures allowed tonight. Hurts has gotten rid of the ball quickly, but he's had time to do whatever he's wanted.
Yeah, we continue to talk about, the run blocking that they do, but obviously right there, great.
Well, I mean, they haven't been to the Super Bowl since '96.
Yeah,
So,
Brian Daboll said this game is
you know,
one down
it's been a long time.
It's interesting to see how our D-line matches up with that great Eagles offensive line. And
Gainwell gets 3 yards on the run. It'll be 2nd and 12. 8 minutes on the clock.
And Landon Dickerson and Jason Kelsey, Isaac Seumalo, they've done a tremendous job inside holding down those two big tackles.
Who do you think the Eagles would prefer?
Shout out to Tony Romo.
I would think Dallas. I mean, the rivalry between Philly and Dallas, to be able to host the Dallas Cowboys here at home in the NFC Championship game and have the opportunity to knock them off.
Oh, hold on. Wildstar in the building. Wildstar, we still got that bet? Is that bet still on for the 50, right? As Hurts goes deep, that's going to be incomplete to Brown. It'll be 3rd and 12. Wildstar, I got it in my notes. We changed that for tomorrow, right? I need to confirm. Need your confirmation, sir. Need your confirmation.
It's Minnesota, kind of matching up with Justin Jefferson all night, and they've played it a little bit differently here this afternoon or this evening, and these Eagles wide receivers have had a nice day.
Devontae Smith leading the way for that group. 6 catches, 62 yards.
3rd and 12. Gainwell, plenty of space. Fighting. He'll get the 1st down. 12 yards on the play. 1st and 10 at the 25.
Wanted to be the next Donovan McNabb or Michael Vick, but he's making a pretty darn good Eagles running back.
He might have gotten lost behind Jordan Mailata. Watch Big 68 come around, and Kenneth Gainwell gets in behind him. Hard to see him back there. Jordan Mailata doesn't even know who to block.
I think there's going to be 2 blowouts tomorrow. 2 blowouts. It's going to be just like this.
53 yards.
Some ridiculous score like 7-28, 7-35 in both games.
Try Gainwell again. He keeps on going.
As Gainwell gets another 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13.
Quarterback, because that was his deal. He was a star high school quarterback and then went to Memphis as one before making the move to an all-purpose guy. He's one of the best all-purpose players in the country at Memphis. I mean, they drafted him in the 5th round last season. Had a nice rookie year. This year, Miles Sanders has carried more of the load, so the role's been diminished. It just shows you how stacked they are. Because, oh yeah, you forget Kenneth Gainwell's their 2nd or 3rd running back, and he's capable of doing this.
1st and 10.
On the 13.
Quick
Smith.
throw on a screen.
From Pascal, tackle from McKinney. There's a flag down.
There's a flag.
Been too many of those tonight.
The eligible man downfield, offense number 65.
Justin says, no way, dude. No way the Bills are blowing out the Bengals. All right.
It's tough.
Make sure you screenshot that comment.
RPO and, you're worried about getting downfield. Yeah, he's definitely downfield. And he can't hide.
Nope.
That guy's not hiding behind anything.
Not 6'6", 325. They've run 7 minutes off of the clock here. It's something they've consistently done this year with the leads in the fourth quarter. Run the ball well to grind that clock down.
It's going to be another run. Clock will be stopped at 5:32 for the Giants. Don't stop the clock now. I mean, it's not like you had the ball and you decided to punt it away when you needed every minute of a possession that you had. Okay.
How about a matchup against San Francisco? Timeout's taken here. I'm going to give you a second to think about that because we're going to take a break.
The Bengals are no joke. It will be close.
Thanks, let me put my thoughts together.
All right. It's going to be 2nd and 12 for the Eagles at the Giants 15 as we get through this quick commercial break. Shout out to you, Father Time. I know exactly what you mean. Much love, man. Teresa says, Jay, do you really think the Bills will blow out the Bengals? I think the Bills can blow out anybody at home. I definitely think that. At home? And don't let DeMar Hamlin run through that tunnel holding a flag. Y'all gonna have a whole new set of problems if DeMar Hamlin runs through that tunnel holding a flag. Trust me. Sewer Bowl. Oh, man. Shout out to Furious Storm. Yo, y'all don't pay attention to nothing. The fact that the Kansas City Chiefs and Buffalo Bills AFC Championship tickets have basically sold out in Atlanta already. Should tell you guys something. They've already sold out. Go try to buy tickets for the AFC Championship in Atlanta right now. They're already gone. Bob says they can be refunded. Since when has the NFL ever wanted to give back money? Since when has the NFL ever wanted to give back money? Ever.
And you can go out on the field as an offense and take that football and never allow your opponent to get back on the field. And as you pointed out, Joe, this drive here, it just destroying the clock here in the fourth quarter. So this is another area that sometimes you forget about Philly having this ability.
As a blocker, whether that's you as a fullback, offensive lineman, you live for this kind of drive.
Oh, there's nothing better because you know that defense is doing everything they possibly can to stop you, to get the ball back for their offense. And they
so it's going to be 3rd and 9.
The most debilitating thing for a defense
at
when
the
they
12.
Stop you as an offense running the football and grinding the clock.
Even though they know that's what's coming. 3rd down and 9.
Because it's a neutral site. Land destroy. Hurts rolls out, throws to the corner of the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. 4th and 9. This will lead to a field goal.
Field goal team come out, try and make this a 24-point game. 5:20 to go. Jake Elliott's been so steady for him this season. 20 out of 23. All 5 field goals against New York, week 18. Chip shot here.
30-yard field goal coming up. It's going to be good.
Has never missed in the postseason. 12 for 12. 31.
All right. Score is 7-31 after the field goal. 5 minutes and 16 seconds. This game is over. We're just writing out the time. Astro says, would this be considered dominating? This would be a dominating victory. That is for sure. Shout out to you, Tactical. Much love, man. You know I've been doing this for a while. Doing this for a while now. Quick shout out to AJ and Eddie Plays for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the channel. KT Giants will get the ball back after the field goal.
Taking on the Bills, and they will all lead the Super Bowl in Arizona on Fox.
All right. Taken from the end zone. And Brightwell's going to bring it to the 24. It'll be 1st and 10. 5 minutes left on the clock for Daniel Jones and company.
A few moments ago, Nick Sirianni over to A.J. Brown. If it was frustration or if Sirianni noticed any of him getting up slowly, just checking in on him. We've seen a little frustration from A.J. Brown. He's a guy that wears emotions on his sleeve. He probably doesn't get enough credit, Moose, for helping transform this offense. They traded for him on draft day. How good has he been?
Well, you showed that graphic earlier when you had the trio of performances, and I think that really
snap is off.
Really helps
Jones throws short, incomplete. They can't even get the short passes. Wow.
That guy to the mix, and you know, I think Nick Sirianni probably had an idea of what Jalen Hurts could do this year.
Right, Forrest? Like, it's just, it's crazy.
So that just is
5 minutes left on the clock. 5 minutes.
Sets that fire, and you start to see the potential. There's nothing better than watching all the pieces of your team start to fall into place exactly the way you hope they would.
2nd and 10,
Jones throws deep, wide open, and he drops it.
Couldn't. That kind of day for the Giants.
I mean, you just have a great play designed, and the Eagles drop you in
3rd and 10.
And you just can't connect. I mean, this is so the complete opposite of what we saw.
Russell was starting at 11 pregame with our special guest at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard.
You know, you just got to make that play, and when you're playing a team that's as talented as Philly, and you're still kind of trying to turn that quarter, you've got to take advantage of every opportunity that it presents itself.
Jones in trouble. He got sacked. Ball came out. Recovered by the Giants. That's a loss of 8 yards. 4th and 16.
All right, now remember in the beginning, we talked about Daniel Jones getting better with fumbles in the pocket. And that is why he has gotten better, because the ball comes out quick. He doesn't have this type of play that much anymore. I mean, that clock is not only going off in your head, there should be so many alarms that, okay, these guys are really
11 a.m. Eastern Standard.
This year. Somebody, one of the 5.
What's up, Scott?
Behind me right now.
4th down 16. Here's a throw right to the 6, and it's
that'll be caught. 1st and 10.
His first catch of the day, his first target, and they pick up enough on a gain of 18.
Yeah, shout out to you, Scott. Much love, man.
So Daniel Jones today has not been able to follow up that performance against the Vikings with a similar one. He's 13 out of 22, 126.
Fred is doing the Birdman hand rub.
No touchdowns, 1 pick.
I see you, bro.
Finds the pocket.
Jones gets wrapped up again.
Brandon Graham.
2nd and 11.
Year for him. The torn Achilles last year missed almost the full season, and in his 13th year, he set a new career high with 11 sacks.
When you have 4 guys that have 10+ sacks in your defensive line, that means they're relentless. They just never stop.
You're good, David.
He's on the ground. He pops back up.
You're good, bro.
It's a relentless pursuit to the quarterback.
Oh, he's on him again. This time Jones gets rid of it to the rookie tight end Daniel Bellinger. Nice tackle there. C.J. Gardner.
So it's going to be third and about 8.
5 sacks for Graham and the Eagles today. They sacked the Giants 7 times in that Week 14 matchup.
Pressure. Jones throws incomplete. 4th and 8. 2 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock.
And another 4th down here for the Giants.
This is the job that Howie Roseman in the front office has done for this team. You mentioned being able to go out and get C.J. Gardner-Johnson, but right now
I'm going to go over, David.
You're resting some of your frontline guys and sending some other people out. And Ndamukong Suh is out there on the field, fresh, getting ready to rush the quarterback. That's how deep the rotation they've created in this defensive line.
On 4th down, Jones delivers.
Jones throws incomplete.
But it's a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs. Eagles will take over at the 36, 1st and 10.
Back in November, they're dealing with some injuries inside. Sue and Linval Joseph, both 13-year veterans. Just complimenting what they already had built here. Nick Sirianni in the
Rado, no problem, man.
Cruise into the NFC Championship game to take on
problem whatsoever.
The Cowboys or the 49ers right back in this cauldron in Philadelphia next weekend.
What a smart play by Reed Blankenship right there, not to intercept that ball so he could get all that yardage.
That's right.
Very heads up.
Yeah. Roseman's made his way down to the field to enjoy the celebration here. All right, I'm not going to let you off of the hook. Gardner Minshew comes in here. You've had plenty of time to think about it. So we know what head-to-head it looks like against the Cowboys.
This will be a handoff to Gainwell. He'll get 3 yards on the play.
They're going to be facing a team
clock's going to roll.
12 games in a row.
It'll be 2nd and 7.
A team that you and I both thought last weekend kind of took the mantle from Philadelphia as the team to beat in the NFC. They have a tremendous amount of skill players. They have an offensive line that's gotten really, really good during the course of the year. The same thing, started the season guard, center guard, and uncertainty for the San Francisco 49ers, but that group has grown together all season long. Driven by their defense, just like Philadelphia is. It would be an epic matchup. And when you talk about going back and forth between the 2 teams in the NFC that you think are the top, I think everybody looks at Philly and San Francisco. They are the 1 and 2 seeds, but for you and I, having had the chance to see them play and both walking away from that same opinion, hey, this team they're going to have to help you if you're going to beat them. I mean, they are that good, both of them.
2-minute warning.
All right, 2-minute warning, guys. This game is obviously over, so I'm just going to take the time to address a couple things. If you have not already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Click the bell to be notified of all content and streams moving forward. We're going to be on at 11 a.m. tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will have a special guest on the channel. It's going to be a fun time, so make sure you guys are here for that. Make sure you are subscribed. Click the bell to be notified. That way you don't miss out on it. It's going to be fun. After the pregame, we're going to have the Bills and the Bengals. That's going to be our first game of the day. And then it's going to be Cowboys and 49ers. It's going to be a crazy day tomorrow. It's going to be a real crazy day tomorrow with both games. I'm very sure that it's going to get wild. It's going to get wild, so make sure you guys lock it in. We're going to have some fun. And shout out to DZ. Says, but you're my special guest. Much love. Thanks a lot, guys. But yeah, like I said, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell for all notifications so you know. 1 second. It's going to be a handoff to Gainwell. Nice cut. He's gone. And that's going to be another Eagles touchdown as Gainwell gets 35 yards on the play. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. David says Patron bottle coming out tomorrow. Maybe at night. Maybe for the Cowboys 49ers. Maybe. Definitely not going to be drinking at 11, man. I'm just not. Wow. Extra point is also good. So that's going to put the Eagles up 38-7. This is a complete massacre of the Giants. So yeah, guys, like I said, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell to be notified of all content and future streams. Special guest tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. Tomorrow we got the Bills and Bengals, and then the Cowboys 49ers. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have some fun. And this will determine the NFC and the AFC championships. So these games are of high significance. Of high significance, without a doubt. All right. Also, I may need a Bengals fan tomorrow. Any Bengals fans have access to a decent camera and a mic? May need another Bengals fan to have a part of this conversation because I want it to be fun. I want it to be fair. I want to bring somebody on that can contribute in a meaningful way and we can have a good time with. So, if you have a good camera and a good mic and you're comfortable in front of the camera, shoot me an email. Go to the About page. Shoot me an email. And I'll reach out to you tonight if you can. If you cannot, it's fine too. We got the show covered, but I do want to add, if possible. Shout out to you guys. Stay low. Shout out to you, man. Chino says time to collect this bread. Furious says 49ers versus Eagles, Bills versus Chiefs. I'm going to cry in a pillow now. Yo, you guys are hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Shout out to Marialis. Go Bills Mafia. Much love, Juan. It's going to be close, but Cowboys wins. Okay. Newt says 45-7 San Fran. Eric, I'm predicting it Bills versus Eagles. Patricia coming through. Bills Mafia in the house. Let's go. Tristan saying 38-7. That's the current score. Absolutely unreal that the Giants would get dogged like this. And the Divisionals. Why did you make it here? I feel like the Vikings would have been a way better team for this game. Ryan, I do not start fights. I finish them. Shout out to DZ, says, please, Cowboys, don't disappoint. I want that easy matchup. Stay low. 49-0. 49ers get these Cowboys fans heated a bit before we smack them. Oh, man, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be so crazy. 11 a.m. is going to be wild. It's going to be wild. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. All good fun. 28 seconds. Game is wrapping up. This thing's just about over. Just about over. I think Jones has one more play in him, as he's probably going to get somebody injured out there if he keeps throwing the ball like that. In the middle, getting people smacked. It's the end of the game, Daniel. What's wrong with you? You trying to get people killed out there? This is crazy. 28 seconds left. The game is over. Why would you even throw that ball? Lutza, what you talking about? Unblock me? What are you talking about? You're not blocked. Shout out to Nick. Says 49ers, bang, bang. Fred, I do not. And that is ball game, guys. 7-38. That is going to be the end of the game. Eagles put up 14 points in the first and second quarter. Giants only scored in the third. And Eagles scored 10 points in the fourth quarter. Scores 38-7, and that is it. Say it with your chest. Shout out to Nomad. That's right. All right, you guys, like I said, make sure you lock it in. If you are already subscribed, make sure you click the bell so you can be notified. Tomorrow, 11 a.m., it's going to be a good time. We're going to have some fun. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Peace out.